Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today it's time to get back to Extraordinary Attorney Woo. This is Season 1, Episode 7. Episode 6 was pretty emotional, so I'm curious to see what we're going to do here with number 7.
Objection. Sustained. That's as much as I know. Like, this show has been a lot of fun. Definitely ready, willing, able to get into this episode and see more about Woo and, you know, possibly learn about her mother.
Oh, we got attorney answer over here, ladies and gentlemen, here to answer all your legal questions you might have.
Put a note.
Really.
No.
Yeah, the last episode hit really hard emotionally. It was a great case, and kind of developed the ongoing story between Woo and her mom. Gave us just a little bit there, so I'm excited to see what this episode brings.
All right, without further ado, then let's go.
신도시의 교통수에 대응하고자 저희 동방토지주택공사가 함께 추진 중인 자동차 전용 도로입니다. 전체 노선은 이렇게 되고요.
Oh,
Building roads.
저거는 행복로가 소독동을 지나는 정도가 아니잖아요. 마을 한가운데를 관통하고 있는데
yeah, no kidding.
우리 동네를 구동하는 작정이냐?
노선은 쳤다로 짜는 게 어디 있습니까? 예?
It's going to be destroying a
That
lot of
is-
homes.
경해도랑 협의해서 하는 겁니다. 저희 동방은 이 사업을 대행받아서 시행할 뿐이고요.
Are we at least getting compensated for taking our homes?
결정된 노선을 주민들한테 고지할 의무는 있지만요. 주민 설명회를 통해서 노선 변경을 할 수는 없습니다. 전문가들이 다 고민해서 결정한 거예요.
Experts.
Oh, okay.
우리 소독동이 어떻게 했습니까? 에? 지하철 10호선 짓는다고 소독동 토박이 수십 바구니 내쳤고 온 마을을 파헤치지 않았습니까?
Rumpf.
쓰레기 소각장. 그래, 쓰레기 소각장. 우리 쓰레기도 아니고.
Oh, I see what they're doing.
우리는 지금 행복로 이야기를 하는 건데
우리 지금 소독동 얘기를 하고 있는 겁니다. 또 땅을 내놓으라고요. 그만 좀 합시다.
Enough with it already.
소독동 사람들 많이 묵었다 아닙니까?
That's the classic, we're going to have a listening session to hear your input. Yeah, that's great. We're still doing it.
Yeah, we're really listening.
Yep.
I got the dolphin riding in a tractor.
How's it work the pedals?
노선을 이렇게 정해놓은 거는 우리대로 마을을 떠나라는 얘기입니다. 행복로 위를 매일같이 차들이 달린다고 생각해 보십시오. 그 소음 매연 분진을 주민들이 싹 다 뒤집어 쓰는 겁니다. 방음벽을 치면 괜찮대.
Yeah, those walls never work.
옹벽이 새로 생기는 거랑 마찬가지야. 마을이 반으로 쪼개져서 따로따로 고립이 되는 거라고 이거. 마을을 떠나야 하는 사람들한테도 보상금을 제대로 안 주는데.
Nothing.
Wow.
Things are different in other parts of the world.
주변에 비해 공시지가가 많이 쌉니다. 지하철 10호선을 지을 때도 땅에 수용됐던 주민들 재산 피해가 심각했어요. 집터 전체가 수용이 됐는데 보상금은 1,000만 원을 채 못 받는 경우가 허다했고요. 평생을 소독동에서 산 사람이 서울 사는 월세 보증금도 안 되는 그 돈을 들고
Yeah. Cost of living.
경희도는 우리 얘기를 들어줄 생각이 없어요. 그렇다면 이제 남은 건
소송이요? 행복로 도로구역 결정 취소 청구 소송?
이야 그래요.
Exactly what we're doing.
수임 결정하기 전에 사건 조사부터 해봐도 되겠습니까?
빠른 결정 부탁드리겠습니다. 신도시 쪽에서는 공사 시작한 지 오래라. 그
사비용
흉합식 굴착기.
포크레인요.
Oh, she didn't get it.
예 알겠습니다. 연락드리겠습니다.
감사합니다.
왜 노선 계획을 이렇게 짰을까요?
그냥 비용 때문이겠죠.
오로지 비용 때문에 이런 결정을 했다면 비례 원칙 중 최소 침해 원칙을 위반한 것입니다.
Minimal damage.
판사로서는 잘 모르는 분야인데 해라마라 판결 때리기 너무 부담스럽잖아. 일단 전문가들 찾아가서 의견을 좀 들어봐. 이 계획 노선이 최선인지 대안 노선은 없는지 그걸 먼저 알아야 이 사건을 맡을지 말지 결정할 수 있겠네.
Do some
우리나라
investigating.
토목과한 애들 참 단순해요. 땅 모양을 완전히 무시하고 이 끝에서 저 끝까지.
Yeah, you don't say.
유럽에 가보면요. 땅의 굴곡을 최대한 살려서 구불구불하게 만들죠. 가는 길을 천천히 즐기게 해서 길 자체가 목가적인 분위기를 연출하고 그 나라의 이미지를 홍보하는 거예요. 이게 뭐냐 이게.
That
This
makes
is
no sense.
ridiculous.
이 계획 노선 나쁘지 않아요. 학생들한테 도시 설계보라고 맨날 숙제 내주는 데니까. 여기 도로 낼 거란 얘기를 내가 처음 들은 게
Yeah, what's really behind it?
행복로가 소덕동을 관통하는 대신 돌아가도록 설계하면 어떨까요?
그런데 평화로 쪽으로 내려면 이 터널 공사가 많고 이 교차로 만들기가 애매해요. 그나마 이 10호선 쪽에 붙이는 게 나은데 여긴 또 군사안보 대학교 부지가 있잖아. 그래서 어렵지.
This could be a case of a NIMBY, not in my backyard.
땅 밑으로 보내면 되잖아요.
그럼 비용이 더 드는 거 아닌가요?
아니요, 꼭 그렇지 않아요. 땅값이 비싼 지역은 도로를 지상에 짓는 것보다 지하에 만드는 게 건설비가 훨씬 적게 들어요.
Huh.
도로를 지하화하면 지상에 있는 공간을 그대로 활용할 수 있잖아요.
Now, how deep do you have to go?
경해도나 동방은 왜 지하화하는 대안을 고려하지 않는 걸까요?
그건 말이죠. 도로를 만드는 사람들은 다 토목가거든요. 토목가는 지면만 다루잖아요. 지하화를 한다는 건 건축 개념이 들어가요. 단순하긴 해도 공간이니까요.
아니 그렇지 않아요.
You must think objectively. Come on.
소독동은 서울 근교긴 하지만 군사적인 목적도 있고 해서 그린벨트 풀기가 어려워요.
지금 변호사님 말씀은 아예 소송을 하지 말라는 건가요?
그렇다면 승소할 가능성이 매우 적습니다. 행정소송은 판결까지 걸리는 시간이 짧게는 3개월, 길게는 1년 반까지도 가는데
Which
너무나 긴 시간과 에너지를 쓰시게 될까?
내가 이런 얘기까지 안 하려고 했는데
All right, what is it?
내가 좀 삽니다.
I'm a bit well off.
대단한 재력가세요. 몇 대째 소독동 토박이신데 대대손손 물려받으신 땅이 소독동뿐만 아니라 기역시 전체에 이장님네 땅을 밟지 않고서는
He's like, all right, then get an idea.
이 소송 뭐라 그러지? 아, 왜 그런 속담 있잖아요. 계란.
Eggs.
계란은 한 바구니에
Yeah.
계란으로 바위치기.
그래요.
Hitting a boulder with an egg.
그래도 합니다. 지더라도 하고 나 혼자 살아도 합니다. 수입료는 얼마든지 드릴 테니까 계란 편에 서주세요.
Stand with the egg.
Nice. I like it.
But is it a question like, hey, we don't need your money if we can't win this?
소독동에도 한번 안아보시고 사건 수임을 할지 말지를 어떻게 정합니까?
거절하시더라도 소독동 가서 하십시다.
아니요, 저희가 다음 일정이 있어서 그걸 좀 보고 와야 될 때.
Let's go.
He's
grabbing him.
just pulling him in the chair.
Oh, I can't wait till we see who's really behind it.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
변호사님 오고 계셔? 곧 오실 거야. 한 분 더 기다려야 돼.
예.
Oh,
Back to that.
우리 준호가 최수연 변호사 좋아하는 거 같지 않아요?
저와 자리를 바꾸겠습니까? 선남선녀가 나란히 앉는 게 좋겠습니다.
Oh. Ugh.
look at that. I don't know what's going on. Not me.
The music.
Especially in a work capacity.
Making him ride in the middle.
용호 변호사가 뭘 좀 안 해.
저기 저 빨간 깃발들 보이시죠? 공사할 노선대로 미리 쭉 꽂아놓은 거죠.
우리 동네 소독동입니다. 자, 좀 내려서 걸을까요?
Oh, just park right there.
Yeah, wine as well.
Not a busy road. So we're going to see the beauty of the countryside here.
Oh, yeah.
마을이 참 아름답습니다.
여기 사는 사람들은 더 이뻐요. 저기 저 소독동 김장훈이 있네.
So Mason Quinn says hello.
해마다 자기가 직접 농사지은 쌀을 시청에 꼬박꼬박 기부를 해요. 기영시에 사는 불우이들 나눠주라고요.
It's almost like that time they wanted to put condos on the island and we had to enter the regatta.
체육대회를 하면은 줄다리기 같은 건 우리 소독동이 우승도 하고 준우승도 하거든. 근데 이상하게 축구만 했다면
But strangely,
It's the finesse.
축구팀을 만들어 주야장창 맹연습을 했더니 작년엔
우승까지는 못했지만 4강에
no, but close.
Made it to the semifinals.
Our guy's got an interesting personality trait where he can't.
There he
remember
is.
stuff.
Yeah.
사인해드려.
인사했으면 됐어. 들어가. 그래.
가벼우신데요?
He's very light on his feet.
테레사님.
아이고, 변호사님들이시구나.
What gave it away?
우리 변호사 선생님들 잘 좀 부탁합니다. 잘 좀 봐주세요.
아니 그럼 이장님이랑 위원장님도 별명이 있습니까?
아, 그럼 나는 그
소독동 뭐더라?
아니
What was it?
Close.
장동건입니다.
네?
아니 왜 그렇게 놀랍니까? 이 친구 부리부리하니 잘생겼잖아요. 아직도 소독동 처녀들은
동에 옷고름을 가다듬을 처녀가 어디 있습니까? 주민들 평균 연령이 65세인데?
Oh, the average age is 65. Interesting.
그래서 우리 동군이가 여태 장가를 못 갔구나. 이제 마을 조망을 좀 해볼까요? 저 언덕배기 팽나무 아래까지 걸어갑시다.
와.
Wow.
Oh, yep. And look, there's the flags gonna bulldoze right
Yep.
through it.
소독동 천연 기념물이에요.
The world doesn't need more straight roads.
아, 그때가 언제였지? 2016년도였나? 우리도 혹시나 싶어서 도청에 문의한 적이 있어요. 그런데 전문가들이 나와서 보더니 그 정도는 아니라대.
Oh,
Okay, so you
well,
can
okay,
get
that was
designated a
that was
monument.
2016.
Yeah.
Might be now.
감투 하나 못 썼지만은 우리 마을 든든하게 지켜주는 뭐라 그러지 그거?
백나무?
당산나무입니다. 뭐
Like she keeps
행복로
guessing.
들어서면 저 친구도 잘려 나가겠지만요.
Is that going to be our ace in the hole? Get the tree
Yeah,
designated?
yeah. Remember, they tried in 16 and didn't go through. You never know. 6 more years.
Yeah.
이제 언덕으로 오를 겁니다. 조금만 더 가면 돼요.
Oh. Oh, ouch. It's a hard landing.
잠시만요. 아이고, 옷이 찢어졌네요.
Oh.
아,
저 우선 이거라도 좀 걸치세요.
괜찮습니다.
Here. With the sunlight.
Come on. The beautiful tree. So unrealistic. You usually say, get your own coat.
Wow, quite the romantic over here. Huh?
This guy. Answer would have been laughing if that was one of us that slipped and fell.
Well, yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Well, yeah. You would laugh at me if I fell.
I wouldn't. I
You
would
know,
ask if you're okay.
You still do.
Not true. Not true, folks.
We would all be laughing at each other. Nice going, dipshit.
The whole that would be Diamond Dave.
다들
Oh,
언덕
어.
오느라 힘드셨죠? 예, 시원하게 식혜 한 잔씩들 하세요. 주세요. 테레사 모녀장님께서 주신 겁니다. 자, 여기.
it's just brought cups and everything.
Oh, we got a
What is
violin
that?
player.
저분은 누구신지.
소독동 유진바 오늘 변호사님들 오시니까 바이올린 연주해달라고 특별히 불렀어요.
See how good he is.
It's probably like a world famous violin player that we don't know.
Yeah, yeah. It's like one of the best in Korea.
자, 저기 좀 보세요. 종이에 적힌 숫자를만 놓고 보면 소독동은 참 초라한 동네예요. 주민수도 작고 땅값도 싸니까요. 직접 와서 보면 그렇지가 않거든.
It's worth more than what it says on paper.
테레사
Yep.
부녀회장도 살고 유진박도 사는 대단한
Usually
동네입니다.
we're live.
그렇게 막 밀어버려도 그렇게 막 사라져버려도 괜찮은 그런 동네는 아니란 말입니다.
Oh, I mean, that's a hell of a sales pitch.
Yeah, no
Right.
kidding.
I mean,
Well, you're trying to sell somebody to pay them, so not quite sales, but you get
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
도로구역을 결정할 때까지는 시간 순서대로 정리해서 자료들 샅샅이 살펴봐. 관련 법규들, 판례들까지 싹 다 뒤져보라고.
네, 알겠습니다.
our team is motivated.
셋이 같이 보면 뭐 금방 보겠지.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, they're going to try to bury him in paperwork?
yeah.
이게 다 행복로 관련 자료들이에요?
셋이 같이 봐도 금방은 다 못 보겠는데요.
금방은 다 못 보겠습니다.
그래 뭐
Wow.
파이팅!
You got this. See you later.
Almost sounds like they're starting working 9 to 5.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I like the way they're shooting this.
Yeah. These eye drops.
They should show this to anyone that potentially wants to be a lawyer. Like, this is what you might have to look
Yeah,
forward to
it's not all
sometimes.
the courtroom dramatic fun stuff.
Is she still in her office again? Oh, nice.
추가 자료는 아니죠? 읽어야 될 게 더 있다는 말은 말아주세요.
More for us.
추가 자료 맞아요. 주민대책위원회가 경희도로 보낸 민원서류들하고요. 경희도가 답변한 처리 서면들이에요.
Okay.
Okay. So
The complaints and the counter.
After further
Arguments.
consideration,
the
kick
counter
rocks.
plaints. Is that how that?
I
is
think
that
so.
the word?
I don't think counterplaints is a word.
Counterplaints. Complaints and counterplaints.
No, that's not a
That's how
thing.
that works.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we're getting the music here.
Oh,
She just sees the way he's looking at her.
Yep.
그럼 고생하세요.
넌 모르는 거야? 모르는 척 하는 거야? 내가 보기엔 준호 씨가 너 좋아하는 것 같은데?
아, 그거 아닌 것 같아. 내가 물어봤어.
뭐라고 물어봤는데?
That's right.
이준호는
Yep. The old meat tenderizer.
헐, 취조를 했네.
Yeah, well, yeah.
이준호 씨는 그 문제에 대해 직접적으로 언급하길 피했어.
어우, 너 무슨 재판하냐? 사랑의 재판이야?
It's love a trial. No, love is a battlefield.
고 말을 돌렸어.
당연하지. 이준호는 우영우를 좋아한다. 사실입니까? 이따위로 물어보는데. 그럼 거기다 네, 그것은 틀림없는 사실입니다.
Indisputable.
너는 어떤데? 너는 준호 씨 좋아?
No.
There's
쉽지 않아.
Here we go.
누군가 나를 좋아하는 건 쉽지 않아.
뭐?
I remember you're talking to your spring sunshine here.
자폐인이잖아.
너는 그런 약해 빠진 소리 하지 마. 쉽지 않게 뭐가 쉽지 않아.
Well, back to work.
이준호를 좋아하는지 아닌지 그것이 알고 싶다.
연애 상담도 뭐 할 만한 사람한테 해야지. 얘가 뭐 한다고.
그래, 강아지 취급하다는데. 다음으로 치명적이야 내가.
Second most fatal thing.
집중해. 응. 이준호를 떠올려봐. 어때? 응.
짠.
No, control yourself.
이준호 씨는 친절해.
변호사님 일하시는 중인데 찢어진 옷은 좀 그렇잖아요.
If we weren't reminded of this majestic scene.
Yeah.
다정한 사람이야.
그럼 같이 있을 땐 어때? 팡스 두근데?
변호사님 같은 변호사가 내 편을 들어주면 좋겠어요.
그런 적도 있어.
She actually was blushing a little bit there.
잘 모르겠으면 이준호를 살짝 만져보는 건 어때?
뭐?
만졌을 때 심장이 얼마나 빨리 뛰는지 심박수를 재보는 거야. 분당 150 정도다. 그러면 그냥 호감. 근데
Measure it.
막 엄청나.
150
150
beats like
beats.
crazy. You don't need to measure it.
쿵쾅 최대 심박수야. 그러면 진짜 좋아하는 거야.
야, 큰일 날 소리 하고 있어. 살짝 만져보긴 뭘 만져봐. 그 범죄야 임마.
Crime.
허락 없이 만지면 안 돼.
그럼 허락 받고 만지면 되잖아.
No, that won't be awkward at all.
Can I touch you?
Like what?
Can I touch you just where?
Hang on, I gotta measure this.
Oh,
at all
that's
that
a lot of paperwork.
That's not even all of it.
Yeah.
저 중에 한 명이 나랑 로스쿨 동기예요. 그러니까 쟤는 신입이라는 소리고
Ooh,
나머지 한 명도 뭐
they know him.
그렇긴 하네. 아, 근데 시니어도 없이 저렇게 둘만 나온 건가?
Oh, this senior attorney's
Or they got-
walking
here comes
in.
the
He's going to be a
army.
big dog.
You're gonna have a whole army of lawyers.
Listen to this music.
Oh, why would?
태수미 변호사 맞죠?
뭐야 왕이 직접 나왔어.
왕? 저 사람이 왕입니까?
얼마 전까지 태산의 대표였잖아. 사퇴하고 일반 변호사로 활동한다더니 진짜
Yeah.
재판에도 나오네요. 이름만 올리는 게 아니라.
I was saying, like, why is she
법무부장관
here?
후보라는 소리도 있던데 안 바쁜가?
Minister of Justice.
Yeah, so she had to drop it.
I mean, I think we know why she's really here.
피고가 설계한 행복로의 계획 노선은 원고들의 주거지인 소독동을 관통하여 이 대안 노선을 봐주십시오. 행복로는 소독동의 남쪽 혹은 북쪽으로
Yeah, we
우회하거나
have several alternative
Yeah.
routes.
얼마든지 다른 대안이 있음에도 피고는 원고들의 권리를 과소평가하고 도로건설로 인한 이익을 과대평가하여 이익 형량에 하자가 있는 결정을 한 것입니다.
Also decided to make a straight line, which they also said you can't do.
Doesn't make any sense.
충분히 검토했습니다, 재판장님.
I thought she
원고들이
wasn't
주장하는
an
저
attorney,
세 개의
though.
노선이 어째서 좋은 대안이 될 수 없는지 직접 보여드리겠습니다.
Getting animation?
저게 우리입니까? 저 겉보기 입고서 고개 까딱까딱하는
Really? You're gonna be like, oh, you made a Nintendo Me version?
Yeah.
Put it in there? Ooh.
이렇게라도 행복로 위를 달려볼까요? 우선 원고들이 주장하는 첫 번째 노선대로 달려보겠습니다.
They're gonna just make it seem terrible.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, where's the freaking question mark box is gonna come up so they can get a turtle shell?
평화로 옆에 짓게 되면 길이를 5km나 더 늘려야 합니다.
Squealing tires.
평화로 주변에는 쓰레기 소각장이 있죠. 이설이 불가능한 시설입니다. 그럼 어떻게 해야 할까요? 이렇게 터널과 고가를 만들어야 합니다. 서울시와의 접점에서 그 커브를 만들게 되는 건 말할 것도 없고요.
Oh, they're terrible drivers. Yeah, like, stop smiling.
도로는 롤러코스터처럼 덜컹거려 수많은 교통사고를 야기하게 되는 것입니다.
Accidents. Come on.
포선 옆에 짓게 되면 군사안보대학교 부지를 지나가야 합니다. 동의하지 않으니 결국 이렇게 되고.
Oh, what is this? Driving through warehouses? This is a mockery of the court.
It is a mockery of the court.
집터를 뺏길 수 없다는 소독동 주민들의 반대는 무시하는 겁니까?
하문 신도시는 내년 6월부터 입주를 시작합니다. 행복로 완공이 늦어지게 되면 최악의 교통 대란을 피할 수 없습니다. 행복로 계획 노선에 포함된 다른 마을들은 모두가 이 사실을 이해하고 기꺼이 마을 부지를 내주었습니다. 경기도 전체에서 가장 인구수가 적은 마을인 소독동만이
They gladly. I bet it's not gladly.
지하 도로 이야기까지 꺼내고 있습니다. 이야말로 명백한 지역 이기주의이며
Regional chauvinism.
Never heard of that before.
보상금이라도 제대로 받으니 협조를 했겠죠. 우리 소독동하고는 상황이 다릅니다.
그럼 원고들은 보상금을 더 받으려고 지금
Oh, don't let him make it about that.
소송을 해서라도 이 공사를 막겠다. 그게 바로 지역 이기주의의 정의 아닐까요?
그게 아니라
앉으세요. 괜찮아요.
행복로 공사는 올해 말 완공을 목표로 이미 상당 부분 진행이 됐습니다.
End of the year.
일정을 취소하게 되면 수백억 원의 손해가 나는 것은 자명한 일입니다.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah. That's your fault for starting the construction early.
Started a project you didn't even know if you could finish. Just figured you'd be able to strong arm your way. Push the little guy out of the way.
Yeah. Well, and I'm still confused why she's even arguing the case at all when they said she was retired from it, but must have been something I missed in the
So you just said
subtitles
she
there.
just shows up, independent attorney, argues case by case. That's what they said.
Well, it's
If
just
she's
weird
gonna
she
work
choose
for
that side.
빵 먹어라. 야, 동네에 새로 빵집이 생겼는데 지금 뭐 하는 거야?
태수미 변호사라고 아십니까?
태수미를 알아보는 건데.
지금 하고 있는 사건의 상대 변호사입니다. 변론하는 모습을 봤는데 상대편이지만 멋있었어요. 나도 저렇게 되고 싶다는 생각이.
Oh, funny you should say that. Is he gonna have a flashback now?
Oh.
So we're already starting, even though we're still in court? That everybody coming out?
누구 맘대로 공사를 해요? 이거 나라에서 하는 도로공사예요. 못 짓게 우리가 지금 소송 중이에요. 제때 공사 못해서 우리 돈 못 받으면 뭐 아저씨들이 책임질 거예요. 기사님 올려.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
here we go.
Hey.
This guy's got the shovel.
He's putting it back.
He's
What is he digging in his pockets for?
cell phone?
변호사님, 현역 전지는 언제 됩니까?
공사하는 사람들이 마을 일끝까지 쳐들어와서
효력 정지 결정이 아직 안 났기 때문에 지금 공사를 막을 방법은 없습니다.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
재판부에 한 번 더 요청하겠습니다. 네.
So even though they're in court, they still can't suspend it.
소독동 쪽에도 공사가 시작된 모양이야. 판사가 보기에는 그만큼 인용할 가능성이 거의 없다 싶은 사건이란 뜻이겠지. 그러니까 더더욱 위법 사유를 찾아야 돼. 정부가 하는 일을 법원이 취소시킬 수 있는 건 그 일이 위법하다고 판단했을 때뿐이니까.
That's what we got to go with.
Illegal?
입니다. 위법 사유.
There we go.
전략 환경 영향 평가 절차를 위반했습니다.
전략 환경 영향 평가 다 했던데.
It's usually the first thing they go for.
환경 영향 평가법에
There we
따르면
go.
전략 환경 영향 평가는 환경에 영향을 미치는 계획을 수립할 때 해야 합니다. 하지만 행복로의 경우 도로 설계에 대한 계획을 수립한 건 2017년인데 전략 환경 영향 평가는 2019년에야 했습니다.
경혜도가 실수했네. 잘 찾았어요. 우리 이걸로 한번 가봅시다.
우리도 발표 자료에 공을 들여야 되지 않을까요?
He liked the presentation.
Oh my God.
환경 영향 평가를 늦게 했다는 걸 어떻게 화려하게 보여줄 수 있을까?
PT 자료 만들어주는 업체가 있다고 들었는데요. 그런 업체에 한번 문의해 볼까요?
Well, if you show them that they're going to destroy the environment,
우리는 소독동 주민들의 진정성을 앞세워서 우직하게 가야 되지 않을까?
I concur.
they don't need flashy tricks.
감성 전략.
그렇다면 소독동으로 현장 검증을 신청하면 어떻겠습니까? 우리도 처음엔 소송을 맡지 않으려 했지만 소독동에 직접 가보고 난 뒤 수임을 결정했으니까요.
Make them see it in person.
현장 검증할 명분이 좀 없긴 한데 일단 생각해 봅시다. 잘 찾았어요.
You did good.
You done well, kid.
오래 기다렸지. 오는데 힘들지 않았어요? 무슨 일인데?
All right, let's get some answers.
상대 변호사가 태수미인 거 알고 있어?
그래?
너 다 알고 그런 거지? 이상했어. 서류에서 탈락시킨 신입 변호사 하나 다시 붙이겠다고 대표가 집까지 찾아온다는 게.
내가 한바다 대표로서 간 거야? 모처럼 선배 얼굴 볼 겸
우리 영호 한바다에 취직시킨 거 그 태수미 때문이야.
이런 소리 하는 거 보니까 태수미랑 선배 사이 소문
Oh,
사실인가?
there we go. Oh boy.
Oh!
Oh, we just verified it.
태수미 잡으려고 내 딸 써먹는 거 한 번은 허락한다고.
Just once.
취직시켜준 대가로.
취직시켜준 대가? 써먹어?
What? No, that's not how it happened.
너 한바다 1등 만들고 싶잖아. 태산 이겨야 하는데 태수미가 정계 진출하면 큰일이지. 그래서 영호 취직시킨 거잖아.
Ooh.
결정적인 순간에 딱 한 번. 이렇게 아무 때나 막 둘을 한 법정에 집어넣지 말라고.
이거는 또 무슨 소리야?
She didn't exactly.
내가 못하게 말리면 너 결국 내 딸 내보낼 거잖아. 어떤 핑계든 대서 한바다 못 다니게 만들 거잖아. 이 세상은 영호한테 기회를 주자.
Oh, ouch.
서울대 로스쿨 수석을 하고 변호사 시험에 만점 가까이 받아도 자폐인은 안 된대. 로펌이며 개인 사무실이며 닥치는 대로 지원해봤지만 면접조차 볼 기회가 없었어. 그런 딸을 보면서 아무것도 못해주는 내 마음은 나 그냥 나쁜 아빠 할래.
Ouch.
내 딸 이용할 생각으로 데려간 나쁜 후배란 결탁을 해서라도 나 영호한테 기회 줄래.
Wow.
Just in case you had any question about what was going on, it just got laid out.
영호야.
아버지가 여기 웬일이십니까?
안녕하십니까.
예, 안녕하세요. 여기 뭐 아는 사람이 있어서 잠깐 왔어. 좀 이따 집에서 보자.
저 우변 아버지랑 대표님 어떻게 아는 사이예요? 아니 방금 대표님 방에서
came out of the
나오셨는데
office.
여기 뭐 아는 사람이 있어서 왔다.
Now
Oh,
he's gonna
great.
suspect.
아니 그러고 보니까 우변 아버지 서울 법대 나오셨다고 하지 않았어요 저번에? 그럼 대표님이 이 대학 후배겠네. 아 우영우 변호사 낙하산 맞네?
Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
아 나 어쩐지 이상하더라니. 혹시 백이 있었구나. 백이 있었어.
Connections.
How many people have connections when they get jobs in the real world, dude? Just relax.
You use
It's like, hey, I happen to know somebody.
we used Soo Yun, her connections with her dad and the judge last episode, so calm your tits.
오셨어요?
It's true.
이거 먼저 드세요.
아니에요. 저는 영어 거도 만들 거라서.
우영우 변호사님이랑 같이 계세요?
Is she here? Is she in the house?
요즘도 영어랑 둘이 점심 먹죠?
네, 그쵸?
고래 얘기 듣는 거 일부러 시간 내서 자연 다큐도 보는데 나는 영우가 알아서 말해주니 얼마나 좋아 생각했다고요. 대왕고래, 혹등고래, 돌고래 정도까지는 솔직히 재미도 있었어. 근데요. 웹불고래, 양쯔강 돌고래까지 가면요.
Narwhals are great.
나는 시험 망쳐서 울고 있는데 지는 1등하고 와가지고 고래의 조상이 피케투스라는 소리 하잖아요? 진짜 한 대 쥐어받고 싶다고요. 지금도 와. 나 잊어버리지도 않잖아요. 그놈의 피케투스.
It's burned into my memory.
고래 얘기 평생 들어줄 것처럼 굴다가 1년도 못 참고 닥치라고 그렇게 영우한테 상처나 줄 거면 아예 시작도 하지 말아야죠.
Oh, that's
Oh,
there you go.
she's looking out for her.
Yep.
저 얼마 못 갈 것 같은 마음 아니에요. 아니 대체 제가 뭘?
우영우도 권민호도 나도 다 헷갈렸잖아요. 준호 씨 때문에.
Well, see, if we had some communication, then we would know where everybody's head is at.
Well, to be fair, she did ask him in the car with the gavel.
That's true.
환경 영향 평가법에 따르면 전략 환경 영향 평가는 환경에 영향을 미치는
Communication.
계획을 수립할 때 해야 합니다. 도로의 기본 설계 및 실시 설계는 2017년도에 했음에도
Let's see if this works.
2019년에서야 했으므로 시기상 절차에 하자가 있습니다.
환경에 영향을 미치는 계획을 수립할 때 전략 환경 영향 평가를 해야 하는 건 맞습니다. 정확히 언제인가 하는 점입니다. 도로 계획 표준 절차입니다. 기본 설계니 실시 설계니 하는 복잡한 말들은 잠시 뒤로 하고
Oh, we'll put the complicated words? No.
최적 노선 결정은 전체 도로 계획의 후반 단계에서 이루어지는 것으로 행복로의 경우에는 2019년 10월에 최적 노선 결정이 이루어졌습니다. 행복로가 다른 도로 계획에 비해서 전략 환경 영향 평가가 다소 늦게 이루어진 것은 사실입니다.
Oh, kind of
A bit late. It's a bit late.
Still done before the plan.
위법하지 않습니다.
Just got an answer for everything, don't you? Here we go!
Quinn's favorite.
Oh, here comes the win right here. Big W coming.
We got dolphins today.
그렇지 않습니다. 피고
아우.
대리인의 주장이 맞다면 2019년 10월 전에는 원고들이 민원을 제기했을 때 도로 건설 계획, 그러니까 노선을 변경할 수 있었어야 합니다. 하지만 그 당시 경희도의 회신을 보면 이미 설계가 완료돼 변경이 불가하다는 문구가 있습니다.
정확히 어디에 그런 문구가 있습니까? 뭐 제출된 증거가 워낙 많아가지고.
You'll know exactly where it is.
Yep, she's finding it.
Yep.
어떡하죠? 추가 자료 맞아요.
The additional materials.
2019년 4월 3일 경희도가 소독동 주민대책위원회
There you go.
이미 기본 설계 및 실시 설계가 완료되어 도로 노선 결정을 변경할 수 없어.
This is amazing.
갑제 4호증 경희도지사 명의로 발송된 회신입니다.
Impressed? You should be. Yeah! Well, I'm not sure if we celebrate
Can't
yet.
celebrate too soon. We know it always goes right up to like the final bell.
Yeah.
이 회신에 따르면 경해도는 이미 도로 노선이 확정되었다고 판단했던 것 같네요.
Oh!
전략 환경 영향 평가를 그 이후에 했다는 우리 원고 대리인들의 지적은 타당해 보입니다.
All right then.
Okay.
All right. Is she going to have a comeback?
I think
She
she's
looks
gonna.
impressed.
Yes, she's gonna be.
활동에 대한 현장 검증을 신청합니다. 행복로가 마을을 관통하는 것이
site
주민들에게
visit?
얼마나 심각한 피해를 주는지 그 현장을 직접 보신다면 재판장님의 현명하신 판단에 큰
It's your wise judgment.
They want to take him to the tree.
Yep. Play some violin.
그 사진을 내세요, 사진.
No.
직접 가는 거는 너무 멉니다.
You got to go.
소독동 여기서 아주 가깝습니다. 차로 1시간이면 갑니다.
So close, it's an hour.
Just like before.
재판장님, 소독동에 한 번만 와주세요. 한 번만요.
Just once.
We've got,
I mean, this is a big deal. Got to do it.
Oh, what has she got up her sleeve now?
No.
Here we Oh, shit.
You did well in there. Good.
한바다 변호사 맞죠?
Stop.
같은 사건 하는데 이름도 모르네요. 태수미예요.
I just washed my hands. They're still wet.
우영우. 우영우? 왜 어디서 들어본 이름 같지?
You should know, right?
아까 인상적이었어요. 기억력이 대단하던데요?
네.
I'm going to need an explanation as to how their whole thing happened. She played it off like she doesn't even know.
변호사님. 다들 사무실로 가시죠. 그 자리 하나가 남는데.
아 그래? 그러면
우영우가 타면 되겠네.
Out of the way.
Get out of here. Now he's giving him the chance.
He's
Still standing there.
아니 나 좀 편하게 가볼까 했더니 왜 그래요?
똥촉은 편하게 갈 자격이 없어요.
Rotten.
나한테는 말이에요?
택시 탈 거죠? 부를게요.
아 그나저나 그 우변 아버지 서울 법대 출신인 거 알고 있었어요? 그 대표님이랑 선후배 사이인 것 같은데.
와, 똥촉이 그건 또 어떻게 알아내죠?
다 같이 분노하고 긴장해야 될 일 아닌가?
왜 분노를 하고 긴장을 해요? 그거 다 같이.
부정취업이니까.
She's been crushing every case she's been in.
다 백이 있으니까 가능한 거죠.
백이 있으면 뭐 어쩌게요? 경찰에 신고할 건가?
To the police.
대표님이 대표님 된 건 과연 실력으로만 된 건가요? 아버지가 한바다 창립자라서 대표 자리를 세습한 건 아니고?
Thank you.
대표님부터 문제가 있는 회사에 다니면 이 정도의 부정은 눈 감아야 된다 뭐 그런 거예요? 최소연 변호사 아버지가 부장판사라서 찔려요? 아니면 지금 뭐 대표님 우변한테 동질감 이런 거 느끼는 건가?
내 말은요. 그냥 영우를 괴롭히고 싶은 거면서 정의로운 척하지 말란 말이에요.
Call him
Yeah,
out.
see, because goes back to college.
Yep.
로스쿨 때 별명도 어차피 1등은 우영우였다면서요. 이 게임은 공정하지가 않아요. 우영우는 우리를 매번 이기는데 정작 우리는 우영우를 공격하면 안 돼. 왜? 자폐인이니까.
Attack her? Jesus, dude.
그거 다 착각이에요.
아,
Don't stop thinking the way you've been thinking.
Yeah, don't think she's weak.
Wow.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Oh, she gonna touch him? See what happens to the heart rate?
I hope she just does one of these.
Yeah, but that sort of touch, like in a car like that, if she just shoulder or upper arm, it could be casual. But that hand they're zooming in on, you do that. That's
just go right in.
Hey, watch the road.
He's doing the driving stare.
그러세요?
야, 아닙니다.
right. No.
A lot of materials.
That would have been a lot of trips.
그럼 갈까요?
저 이준호 씨, 제가 이준호 씨를 한번 만져봐도 되겠습니까?
Look at his face.
제가 이준호 씨를 좋아하는지 아닌지 확인하고 싶습니다.
Right to the point. Very direct.
All
That's how
right,
you
hey.
eliminate miscommunication.
저를 만져봐야만 확인하실 수 있나요?
Was the advice I was given.
이준호 씨를 만질 때 제 심장이 얼마나 빨리 뛰는지
Just putting it right out there.
Mm-hmm.
그럼 절 만지지 않으면 심장이 빨리 뛰지 않는 건가요?
Is he wearing Doc Martens?
섭섭한데요.
Oh, hitting us with the music. Hey, easy. You're in the office here.
Fucking cool.
Oh, they like those cuts.
우리 딸 왔어?
다녀왔습니다. 먼저 들어갈게요.
아빠가 할 말 있어.
내일 하십시오. 오늘은 많이 피곤합니다.
아빠 대학 후배야. 대학 다닐 땐 꽤 친했는데 졸업하고 뭐 서로 바빠서 연락이 없었어. 아무튼 선영이가 아빠를 찾아왔었어. 영우 한바다에 다니게 해주겠다고. 영우도 이제 알아야 할 것 같아서.
그럼 제가 대표님 백으로 들어온 낙하산이 맞는 겁니까?
부정 취업이든 뭐든 아빠는 선영이한테 고마워. 아빠도 영우도 그동안 취직 안 돼서 많이 힘들었었잖아. 영우도 부모 대 부모 할 거야. 자식의 좌절을 보는 게 얼마나 고통스러운지. 선영이가 영우를 취직시킨 데에는
Oh, are we? Is this happening?
What?
그거는
오롯이 좌절하고 싶습니다. 좌절해야 한다면 저 혼자서 오롯이 좌절하고 싶습니다. 저는 어른이잖아요. 아버지가 매번 이렇게 하지 마세요.
This is the most emotion we've ever seen out of her.
영우야!
Oh.
I mean, we haven't seen that level out of her ever.
Just walking away from dad. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here? A little sabotage. Anonymous bulletin board. Oh. And this is the beginning of his villain arc. Corrupt. And they leave us hanging. Of course.
What an asshole.
Well, ask and you shall receive, I suppose. I was wondering how long we were going to, dance around the margins and get some of our answers. But if there was any doubt as to what was going on, this episode absolutely laid it out. I mean, we got the explanation that Sue-Mi is mom, and that Seon Young is... I don't think that she hired Woo because to try to get back at her or whatever. I think she hired her because she saw that she was brilliant and wanted to give her a chance. We pretty much saw that in the beginning, but what has me a bit confused, and I guess it's going to have to go back to how Woo was, essentially, not Woo, but how Sue-Mi kind of gave up her parental rights, so to speak, for Woo when she was incredibly young, because she doesn't know who she is. We had that scene in the bathroom, and she doesn't recognize her, doesn't, the name kind of stood out briefly, but she has no idea. And I wasn't sure if she knew or not that Sue-Mi knew that Woo was her daughter, because there's like no indication that she knows. So that's what I'm wondering, is going back to when Woo was very young, at what point did she give up her parental rights to just dad, and she doesn't know that that's her daughter. Yeah. That's what's got me tripped out. I really wondering how that's going to go back, because dad was in there laying it out to Woo's boss, Seung Young, about everything that happened. They knew each other. They knew that they were rivals and everything, and didn't want her daughter to be used as a pawn in this, because he's worried about her, running for the government job and then it coming out that Woo is her illegitimate child.
I've been under the understanding this entire time that she's very well aware that Woo is the daughter, and she would know who the dad is, and they live within close proximity of each other. Maybe I'm off base. That was my understanding of this whole background. I know we talked about it a little bit previously.
With Sue-Mi.
That mom and dad were together. Mom says they have, has the baby, says, I can't do this. It's gonna.
But we don't know. We haven't.
This
seen
is
it.
Again right.
Yeah.
This was just my take. Was I can't do this. This is going to impact my career, and I will step away. Like, if dad did the whole, then you need to be out of her life. You don't get to be a part of her life thing. And so I've, again, and this could just be my take, I was under the understanding that dad and mom, again, that mom knows who she is.
That was my impression
Young,
too. Because when she went to his store, we had that one flash in whatever episode it was, in kind of a post-credit scene.
Yeah, so mom knows. So mom knows who dad is,
but she's playing it off in the bathroom like she has no idea.
That's what you're basing this off of. And again, I could be completely wrong, but that scene in the bath.
Dude, well, that in addition to everything else.
It was that scene in the bath.
Oh no, it wasn't. That's right. It was her. That's right. It was
boss.
It was Woo's boss, not
Woo's boss.
It wasn't,
went to the restaurant.
That's
to
right.
Go talk to dad.
Yeah, it wasn't Sue-Mi.
It wasn't Sue-Mi.
That's right.
But
okay. So Sue-Mi doesn't know who Woo is.
I think differently. I think there was probably some agreement.
I'm not sure how, but
was some agreement. Like, hey, she sees her in the bathroom, and it's like, hi, what's your name? Like if there's an agreement between mom and dad that you're not going to come right out and introduce yourself as the mother because some sort of agreement that you stepped out of her life, then that would be the proper thing. You wouldn't just be in a bathroom and be like.
Answer's back here on episode 2 though, and she's looking at the paperwork.
Because they're presenting the case when they lost, and it was Woo Young Woo, and she doesn't seem to know who she is there either.
The way she's asking who the rookie attorney is. Yeah, and then they go into the case.
And then after this, they talk about it, and then then at the end it zooms in on that as well, because Remember, the dad's name is also a little bit. It's Gong Ho Woo, but there could be a lot.
I have a hard
of
time
woos.
believing that these two law firms that are whatever, that she knows she had a kid, knows who the dad is, that in all these years she would have never checked up on the dad, seen what the daughter looks like, followed up on her or anything. So again, the whole who is Woo Young Woo,
Well, and
that's a little off. But the bathroom scene, took it as just like the whole like, hey, I'm not supposed to say I'm your mom. But again, I could be reading it all wrong too.
And that's the thing, because it's tricky, because mom, Sue Mi is, we've had so many scenes with her and with Woo in some way or another, whether it was the scene you brought up where she's the new attorney, where she's being questioned by the government guy about, having illegitimate kids or whatever and things like that. And she just keeps saying, no, no, no. And it's like, at some point, who is she if she does know, it's like, who is she BSing the whole time? I mean, at some point, she would have to know that her political enemies would try to find that out about her. And we basically got as much when Dad went in with the boss, with Sue Young, of, hey, are you doing this just to get back at her, or whatever. So this was the episode I kind of asked for, I guess.
Well, and I think the reason why then that plays out as well, to try and because they've been keeping it under wraps, right? So she probably didn't want anything to do with her. She very well could have been that way, and then when that's why we're waiting for these chance meetings. That's why they haven't, if she walks up on her and sees the back of Woo Young Woo, you would think she might have this is a previous episode, that she maybe by chance have seen Woo Young Woo and was gonna talk to her, but obviously they do the camera work exactly right. And then with their whole conversation is, I think they were keeping it under wraps. They are all keeping it under wraps, but him telling her, it's to prove that, you can use this, because a lot of people don't want her in power. So they're using her as a power play.
Yeah, and I think the trickiest thing for me with Sue Mi, being the mom or whatever, look, this story is a million times easier to tell if Sue Mi is the father and not the mother, because the father can very easily not know that they have a child. It's a little bit harder for a mother to not know that they have a child, just given the fact that they are the one giving birth. So that's the tricky part that the show throws us, that I'm having kind of the problem with on how they're telling the story as to who knows, who doesn't know, and eventually how is that going to get revealed with whatever kind of agreement they may have had.
It looked like Dad was ready to tell her right then and there about what it was going on.
Yeah, when Woo came home,
because especially if Sing Yun comes out and tells the world that who do you want to find out from, hearing that or hearing it from Dad?
Yeah, because Sue Mi knows she had a child at some point. That's the part that's throwing me off.
Again, I'm under the impression that Sue Mi is well aware that Woo Young Woo is her daughter, but and that she's just downplaying everything in the interest of what sort of agreement they had. Because obviously she knew who the dad was. They've given us no reason to believe at any point throughout this entire series that that Gwang Ho is not her biological father. So there's no
because we've had the flashbacks,
right? So we've had the flashbacks. We know he's the real dad, so he would obviously know who the mom is. The mom would know who the dad is. I mean, this entire time she's growing up, the mom would be well aware of, okay, this is where this gentleman is, and this is my daughter.
Well, the way that they've presented her as her having her career first and career only, she doesn't care about her.
She may have not.
That's the way they're presented.
Yeah, I mean, over the years, whatever. So we don't know the agreement.
She has a husband and son now that she probably also doesn't want to bring in that former life into her new life as well.
There you have it right there.
Yeah, because the only way it works.
Because we've seen that before. Oh, you have kids with you had a previous child before and this and that. But I am 100% under the
impression,
the idea, the impression that she knows exactly who Wu Young is.
Well, and I think that's why we'll have to wait and see what the
Young
actual reveal was between, mom and dad. And was it a thing where mom gave birth and was just pretty much immediately, okay, you take this child and go live your life. I'm going to go do my thing now. That's like the only situation I can think of where she wouldn't know who Wu is.
Well, also she comes from a wealthy family, and they don't want anything to do with
because
with
of
dad
what she's trying
and
to do,
and what they want her to accomplish in life. They could very easily say, forget that. That's your past. That's you don't think about that.
Well, I think that's 100% what happens. I'm just saying I think she knows who she is. I think with the proximity of where
she and
shall see.
That's where we're gonna keep going throughout this. But like they'll probably, as they've done in this show so far, give us a heartbreaking, backstory as to why, and it would really be that, like she said, maybe for her, the best way to forget about it is out of sight, out of mind, even though they are close proximity. She might not have ever checked up on her. And I get what you're saying. It's hard to imagine that, but people have done that before, and we've
I mean, like
seen
just
it
completely
before.
hands off. I just again, I was under the impression that she kind of knew who she was.
And hey,
but
that's the thing too. You could still be right, and she could still be that. She's not going to go right up to Wu Young Wu and be like, "Hey,
I'm your mom."
Yeah, I don't.
In
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
bathroom.
I mean, to your point, to my point, they haven't given us enough to, I don't think, have 100% confirmation on the conversation that we're having here.
Yeah.
That being said,
we're speculating.
Yeah. That being said, there's a road going through. That's
the actual case. We got back to well, I mean, in the big story. I mean, and there's obviously the end scene.
we got down to the nuts and bolts.
We'll get to that. I think that's the most important thing to circle back to is her interaction with Junho at the end.
Yeah.
But as far as the case itself goes, that was, what we had talked about at the end of the last episode, kind of how we thought this, or at least how I thought the show was going to play out, is she was going to use her memory and her ability to visualize things. And that's kind of how like every episode was going to be.
Yep.
And they gave us it for this episode where she was able to picture, okay, on this day, on this line, on this. And that's kind of how I thought this whole thing was going to be, where she would find all these little nuances in the law and remember certain things, and it would all add up, and she'd be the one to crack every case.
Be a machine.
But if you do that for 16 episodes, it's like, okay, it's kind of a new
saw
thing.
that trick.
It's kind of a new thing every time.
Yeah.
Wasn't I've never seen an episode of the show House, the Doctor, but wasn't it like every episode was somebody who had some weird ailment? And he was the only one who could figure it out every episode.
House, yeah.
And you'd tune in for that, but there was also multiple stories.
But that's the only, and I've never seen a full episode. I just remember seeing like nobody else. And this guy, every episode, he figures out
the
some
guy.
sort of weird ailment.
Yep.
But so I think from the legal side of the show, we kind of got her strong points and what makes her an exceptional lawyer.
Yeah, and with the case again, I was wondering when they started it off, like, okay, is this going to be a case of somebody's rich and powerful and doesn't want the road coming by their house, so they're using their influence to have it blast through this town, straight as an arrow? Which really, when they show the road, it doesn't fit in with everything else that's in the area.
Did you think they were going to go like the Roadhouse route, where the rich and powerful construction people?
No.
We're going to start setting because they showed that one person. He's tending to his field and he donates it. I was like, oh no, are there going to be like fires in like all the big businesses, and then everybody's like, oh, we have to leave because there was a fire. Oh, we'll come in and we'll pay you this for your land.
No, as it turns out, the guy himself he's well beyond means of living, and he's willing to throw it all in this court case to try and not have his land get decimated by this road, which I do love how they did all
it's
this.
just a fucking straight line.
Just a straight line.
None of the other none of the other roads are even remotely that straight for more than a little bit on the screen. The bridge is the straightest thing.
Yeah, right. Like we're looking at right now. Yeah, there's the bridge, but you look at all these other roads all over this place. Not a single one of them is a straight
in a row.
line.
I mean, we're other than like county highways out like in the country here. You know, we have straight roads that go for long periods of time, but it was essentially in Wisconsin, you're intersecting very flat farmland. Where there would be, you know, no need.
And a lot of that depends on the environment and what the landscape is like.
Look, you get the northern part of Wisconsin, everything is curves and twists and
you
ups
go out
and
west,
downs.
it's like a bowl of spaghetti out west.
Because you got to go around. It's
But
cheaper to go around the mountains than through them.
Well, here they just a straight line.
Just straight through it. So I like that it was kind of that, and then we got introduced to the town. So I think why they did this is since it's going to last, I think, another episode. It really gets us immersed and hopefully cheering for this town.
You get the personal side of it.
You get it, and that's why I think it was important for them too to bring those judges out there, because you can sit there in the courtroom and go, this picture, I guess it looks nice. It's like, no, it's not about that. It's you have to feel it.
And
And
you're just looking at the spec sheet, you're not seeing what the truth
waiting
is.
for Brad Wesley to come through with the bulldozer.
Well, because he also wants to show them is like, our land isn't valuable, but it is to us. Look at everybody here. It's like they don't care about having the big shiny new things, which they tried to argue. Oh, so you want more compensation? Is that what you're after? Like
she was going
so
after that.
It was great that they did that. It's like, no, that's not how we meant. It's just that we're saying you're willing to give those people the benefit of the doubt and give them so much more money on either side of us, but you won't give us crap because our land isn't available. Well, it's valuable to us. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Some people just want to. Some people just want to stay where they are. Look, we see real world examples of this all the time. Like, hey, look, there's an entire new subdivision
movie
built
Up.
around one house. Yeah, just like Up. But you see house. Oh, they wanted to build a shopping center, and this landowner said no. And
the data centers being the hot topic. These days.
right now, all the people. There's somebody in Kentucky that apparently just turned down. Was it Kansas, Kentucky? Turned down like $30 million for their land.
Yeah,
like nope, we're good. We just want our land. And
I think too they hinted that the average age of the people in this town are 65. You know, so they're a little bit older. They're not going to necessarily be able to kind of restart everything without appropriate compensation.
Relocate,
because they said they couldn't even afford to live in Seoul with what they were offering.
They couldn't afford a
Some
rental.
people, you get to a certain age, they just don't like. Even if you put money at them, they just don't want to. They just don't want to relocate. My aunt lives.
It's like we're too old to start over.
You guys were there for the draft. My aunt lives right by Lambeau Field. I'm in an older home, and like Lambeau Field is out her backyard, and half of the neighborhood has sold their homes to people who buy the houses and turn them into Airbnbs, and they'll either tear the house down or significantly remodel it. And my aunt, and my uncle are just kind of like, we're kind of just here, you know, like they could sell their house and literally sell. And they have a house that was built in the late 70s or early 80s, and they could sell it and take the money they get from their house, which they'd get, you know,
good amount,
they'd get a huge, drastically higher amount than they would for their house if it was anywhere else. And then they could turn on and they could buy a brand new house with all modern luxuries, with all the space. They could have a little bit of land. And they're just kind of like, man, we're kind of here. We've been here.
Yeah.
We just really don't feel like moving. The money isn't, the money isn't, that motivating to them at their age. And, I think, 20, 30 years ago, they might have had a different mindset, but right now they're kind of, we're kind of just in our house.
Do you guys think the tree is going to be able to find its way to being on like the National Registry?
Well, the fact that they brought that up, I think maybe that's going to be
as soon as they said it, I'm like,
that's going to be the thing. Like you get that tree registered.
They tried in 2016. So you have 6 more years of it being there and being the soul of the city than of the town. Yeah.
It's hard seeing stuff like that torn down in real life. Like,
like I said, straight roads are boring. Like we already have our interstates. Okay, you could have the interstates. That's fine. Let's have some fun roads.
Let's have some fun roads. Let's go through the university and go through those barns and stuff. That would be a lot more fun than just
the crazy taxi.
It'll cause more accidents going. No, you'll be more alert driving. If you're on a straight road, you might doze off, and there you go.
Yep. You're done. You got to slow people down, make them into better drivers.
So how about the end right there? We finally got what is like a very purposeful, very close interaction between Ju-ho and Young Woo.
Yep.
And they fade to black, and it looks like he was going to lean in for a kiss. Look, I know we just had this discussion.
a few episodes ago
yeah.
where I kind of went into depth with my concerns. Look, they're handling it gently with the writing, but even this scene, the fact that she brought up, "I'm going to touch you to see if the fact that somebody verbalizes that to another person, and it's written very well, because I think this is an example of what would happen, because again, there's not that understanding of like, hey, can I touch you? Oh, look, of course, consent is everything, but in a situation like this, I think if somebody put their hand on their arm, it wouldn't be, you don't like, can I put my hand on your arm? Can I put my other hand on your other arm? I think
it's weirder that you're asking.
Obviously, consent is incredibly important, but for everything. But so the situation became, they played it pretty light, but it became awkward. And again, I won't get too much into it this time, but for somebody who has people close to you in that situation, I know somebody who is in a similar situation who like had a date, and immediately after the date, they told me, like, turned to the person and said, "How do you think this date went?" And it's like needed that input, and like if it's bad, you put the person on the spot to say, like, whatever, like good, bad, otherwise, but needed that input because they don't necessarily follow the social cues. And it was innocent the way they set it up, but it got very awkward for me.
Yeah, well, I think that's why, because of that awkwardness, I think that's why they cut it the way they did. And then the next scene is her going back home to see dad, and she's like skipping and walking on sunshine basically, and seemed, pretty happy until unfortunately dad came in with the news that he did and really changed the mood and got Wu more emotional than we've ever seen.
If she was gonna like come in and tell him the good news, like
had my first kiss or something that.
My heart was racing.
Yeah, because she said she was tired and she wanted.
Yeah, I'm home. I'm gonna head in first, and like she wanted to go to sleep, and then obviously then dad hit her with it, and she's all worried about nepotism, and then we saw our first true villain.
The arc starts with the anonymous,
anonymous board. Like
I wasn't ready for him to have like a villain arc. I could see like, hey, we're competition, but I wasn't ready for him to go full on, like,
well, and just because he's working on the team, so he's helping out. Normally when we have a villain, it would be somebody working against our heroes, where he's on the team.
We got him in a black hoodie and the black hat at an internet cafe.
That's the thing. He's been benefiting from her hard work too. I get it. He's like, well, she's just getting it. It's like, yeah, you're working hard too. Well, so is she. And without her hard work, you don't win those cases that you've won.
And you guys are working as a team. You'd think, look, I don't know how the world of law firm works and whether you get a bunch of people and everybody's fighting each other, but like you'd think like, hey, if we're teamed up on all this stuff, like, hey, you guys, hey, everybody made a good team. We're gonna bring you all on. It's not like they're each getting their own individual cases and this person's got to win and this person's got to win. They're working as a team on so much, and if you're working as a team and winning, you'd like to think everybody's contributing their own, their own talents to the case itself.
That scene where he was on the computer with the hat, I was like, this guy looks like a villain from, like Bloodhounds or My Name.
But like even how angry he got in his conversation with Soo Yeon, and like she's even like trying to say like, hey, like she's still just working as hard as us, and she's seen it through college. It's like he's trying to discredit her being part of the law firm. It's like she was top of the class, near perfect scores, and you think just because, like, come on, what about the boss? The boss of Self Connections. The last episode, her connections, her connections to her father being friends with the judge. Like it helps. Am I saying it's right? No, by any means, but it's going to happen in real life. And she's still if she was now, if Woo Young Woo was sitting there with her feet up on the desk, doing absolutely nothing to help benefit this law firm, totally understand your point.
Yeah,
but she's been working twice as hard as them because and that's always the thing too. She's aware of her autism, of her Asperger's. She is aware. So that's why she's always going to dive head first into her work.
Yeah, because he was trying to make the point of, she keeps trying to protect Wu like she's weak, and he's like, no, she's not weak. So I think, his anger and frustration, you know, while I think it's wrong, I think he's like, okay, so she's brilliant and she's very good at her job, but we have to kind of cater to her needs, I think is what he's kind of feeling. And he's like, well, I thought that wasn't right. I thought we're all, you know, the same here, battling it out, whatever. So, but he's totally ignoring the fact of how brilliant she is and what she's actually doing versus what he's implying that's being done. I think are two very different things.
And Siyun, like, she even called him out as being a bully because she saw it throughout college, the whole time at law school. She saw it done to her too many times before, and yet she persevered and was still top of her class, still no wrong way.
So we get our villain arc, I guess.
Yep. I mean, and they did it to at least benefit him. Yeah, he is like he still was in deep thought on whether or not he should do it. So I'll be interested if he does do it or if he does the old gets up and walks away and finds a different way.
Yeah, we
to
don't
do
know
it.
if he
But
hits send
because we don't know if he sends, but it looks like he's hesitant here and there at some moments of it.
Leans back a little bit,
But
he's a villain.
But I think unfortunately, I think that's going to happen because otherwise, who else do we have to root against in the show?
Well, we know if this guy shows up in a turtleneck in episode 8,
my God.
we know what's happening.
He doesn't have the shirt and tie. He's got the turtleneck
with the jacket.
Then
we'll know.
We'll be all over that.
Then we'll know.
All right. Well, this show is getting really good. Well, I've been saying that since the first episode. It's so good. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. So for Appleton Oak, Mason Quinn, I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
노선을 이렇게 정해놓은 거는 우리대로 마을을 떠나라는 얘기입니다.
Straight through the city.
마을이 참
our
아름답습니다.
tree.
마을도 아름답지만 여기 사는 사람들은
I forgot about that move.
해수미 변호사 맞죠?
왜 왕이 직접 나왔어?
The king.
나도 저렇게 되고 싶다는 생각이 들었습니다.
잘 모르겠으면 이준호를 살짝 만져보는 건 어때?
Is your heart beating, Quinn?
아 뭐야? 우영우 변호사 낙하산 맞네?
부정 취업을 한 겁니까?
영우야! 영우야!
That's an interesting orcas and belugas. That looks good.
It's like lasagna sushi.
Whoa, what do we got there? I want that.
잘 잤냐?
You have the same ones, don't you?
응, 그래 보여. 너 어제 이거 하더라.
응?
주문하신 동그라미 김밥 나오셨습니다. 냅둬 그냥.
Oh, so used to making the bed.
조린 우엉은?
주린 우엉 같은 소리 하고 앉아있네. 주는 대로 먹어. 동그라미 김밥.
Eat what you get.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
진짜 이상하다.
이상하게 맛있어 이게.
We're having fun.
아빠랑 싸웠냐?
내가 스스로 나왔어.
왜 나왔냐고.
나 독립할 거야. 어른이니까.
Oh, it's a big change.
She's a lawyer.
The other day, I had to go through a rotating door, and I had flashes of Attorney Wu. Like, dude, I was gonna do the thing.
Oh boy, everybody's staring.
Oh no. He did
바다의
say
취업
that.
기회를 고발합니다. 이런 일이 어떻게 가능할까요? 그 신입 변호사의 아버지가 한바다의 최고위직 변호사와 학연으로 연결된 사이이기 때문에 아닐까요? 아버지의 부당한 청탁이 없었다면 제가 청춘을 포기하며 얻어낸 한바다의 변호사라는 자리를 누군가의 인맥이라는 낙하산을 타고 손쉽게 갖는 것을 보니 그야말로 도둑맞은 기분입니다.
네.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the point where it doesn't matter what happened, you know, after.
Oh,
how brilliant
she knows.
She knows it was him. Yeah. They know it was him.
도둑 맞은 기분은 좀 나을 수 있어요.
Call this motherfucker
사내
out.
익명 게시판에 영웅 저격하는 걸 권민우 변호사가 쓴 거 맞죠?
Yep. Oh, and busted. Now the boss knows about it.
Terrible liar.
You want to call out the company
That's our
like
girl.
that? Now everybody knows it was him.
And she doesn't.
Not a very good
she
job
doesn't
of being
even know
anonymous, bruv.
자, 다 왔으니까 회의 시작합시다.
And obviously she didn't read it.
Yeah.
Young Woo Young.
대표님께서 어쩐 일이십니까?
일단 앉아요. 앉아. 응.
He did it.
Shoves her over.
She's got to have the head of the table.
전략 환경 영향 평가를 법에서 정한 때보다 조금 늦게 했습니다.
하기는 했고
네.
그냥 절차상에 어찌 보면 작은 실수인 거지. 공사는 계속 하고 있어요?
아직 결정이 나지 않아서 공사는 계속 진행 중입니다.
Oh man, construction's
뭐야
still
지고
going.
있네 지금.
With a smile.
소덕동이 꽤 아름답습니다. 주민들도 소탈한 매력이 있고요. 곧 현장 검증이 있는데 그때 이 부분을 어필해서 재판부의 마음을
재판부를 감동시키겠다. 그거 참 낭만적인 방법이네요. 세상이 마냥 아름답지만은 않으니까 정치적으로 좀 덜 낭만적이게 푸는 방법.
정치적으로 덜 낭만적이에요?
Well, that's where
한바다랑
Wu can step in.
이 사건에 흥미
That's
보일
her-
법한 사람이 있지
her
않겠어요?
alley.
여론을 한번 만들어 보는 거죠.
Oh, there we go.
편을 들기 부담스럽게.
David versus Goliath.
이런 게 먹힐 때가 있어요. 익명 게시판에 올라온 카더락을 하나에도 술렁술렁 하는 게
Groundless gossip.
암튼 이기세요.
Win.
지지 말라고요. 태수미한테.
Yeah, don't lose to the king.
It's literally the only
Oh, you
road
done fucked up, didn't you, pal?
that goes straight through a town in the whole map. It's like a airport.
So
너 이 봤어?
한바다의 취업 비리를 고발합니다.
이게 네 얘기라고. 네가 부정 취업을 했다고 누군가 널 저격해서 쓴 거야.
나라는 걸 어떻게?
사람들이 이거 가지고 아침내 수근수근 하던데 넌 뭐 이상한 거 못 느꼈어?
No, she wouldn't really, would she?
다 사실이야. 아버지와 대표님은
Oh, here we go.
나 부정 취업했어.
Enough people heard.
근데 너만 정작 학교에서 맨날 1등 하던 너만 아무 데도 못 갔어. 그게 불공평하다는 거 다들 알았지만 가만히 있었을 뿐이야.
Look at her stepping up,
including
and admitting.
아무래도 나한테는 자폐가 있으니까.
야!
Yeah, asshole.
네 성적으로 아무 데도 못 가는 게 차별이고 부정이고 비리야. 무슨 수로 왔든
Oh yeah, walk away.
입사를 한 게 당연한 거라고.
That's
이거
what we wanted.
권민우 변호사가 쓴 것 같아. 그러니까 단둘이 있을 때 뒤통수를 한 대.
Smack them.
하지만 그것은 범죄.
당하고만 살지 말라고 이 바보야. 부정첩이 맞네 어쩌네 청승 그만 떨고.
Everybody needs a friend like that.
우리도 정치적으로 덜 낭만적이게. 어?
Good, got it.
Get it together, champ.
It's our spring sunshine at work right there, folks.
제 시간에 와야 되는데. 아유, 큰일.
And it's raining. What a bummer.
네, 날씨도 흐린데.
Is she gonna notice something in the rain?
Oh boy. Thought maybe they would drive right through a freaking
they've all
puddle
got
and get them.
Red umbrellas. Let it be
Esume,
known.
the king.
Custom made head to toe.
Matching umbrellas.
우리 너무 봉합주절처럼 보여.
They're all different.
Come on.
Oh, they got their own setup in the back.
Yeah, well, it's too late now.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Now they're custom made head to toe, Quinn.
Well played.
Who's this?
한바다에서 불렀나 본데? 한바다에 우호적인 기사 써준 거 전에도 몇 번 본 거 같아.
베스네. 오늘 취재할 것도 없을 텐데.
Oh, everybody's got their. Oh, you got somebody rolling up?
Yeah.
You got Rambo rolling up.
Official duty. This must be our justices.
Yep.
It's not going to look as beautiful on a rainy day.
아, 재판장님, 안녕하십니까?
먼 길 오시느라 고생하셨어요.
They're trying to fight the umbrellas.
아유, 비도 오고 이거 참.
이장님 저번에 하셨던 대로
So is he going to be a big fan of aquatic life?
재판장님, 빨간 깃발들이 꽂혀 있는 저 길이 뭐더라고? 행복로 계획 노선입니다. 주택가를 가로질러 꽂혀 있으니.
God, they couldn't have had worse weather.
모두 쫓겨나야 됩니다. 뭐 가봅시다. 이왕 여기까지 왔는데.
All right, we're gonna need some magic here.
흥민아!
서독동 주민들은 서로를 별명으로 부르는데 손흥민이라고 여기 재판장님. 아니 흥민은 무슨 장난하는 것도 아니고. 김정환입니다.
보상 금액에 동의하셨습니다.
Did they throw money?
Yep.
He accepted their offer.
토지 소유에 동의를 하다니요. 했어. 형님. 그러잖아. 경혜도가 보상도 올려줄지도 모른다고.
Might raise.
2배를 더 받는다니까 동의를 한 거지 내가.
So you're
이러면 어떡해? 내가 말하면 뭐 형님이 내 맘 알아줄 거예요. 한 푼이라도 더 받고 싶은 그 형님이 어떻게 알겠어요? 그리고 이거 나만 동의한 거 아니에요. 저기
More to come.
동의했다고 이거에.
so you're openly telling a judge that we were going to get compensated more money, so we signed.
너 동의했냐?
Oh, it's all falling apart. Everybody has a price answer.
장철민 씨도 경혜도가 새로 제시한 보상 금액에
경혜도가 보상금을 올리기로 결정을 했다면 제일 먼저 이렇게 개별 가구에 몰래 접촉해서
our attorneys
don't
하는
know.
것은 부당합니다.
보상금을 올리기로 한 결정이 아직 확정된 건 아닙니다.
Yeah, oh, exactly. It hasn't been confirmed yet.
Oh, we're just gauging interest.
Yep.
실제로 보상금을 올려줄 것도 아니면서 주민들만 떠봤다는 소리 아닙니까? 재판장님, 이건 주민들을
Exactly.
Yep.
피고 대리인의 꼼수입니다.
소독동은 이장님의 입김이 너무 세서 힘없는 주민들이 제 목소리를 내기가 힘든 곳입니다.
Oh.
막 용기를 내서 자기들의 뜻을 밝히고자 하는
She's going for the hearts thing.
Yeah, the romantic.
뭐요?
Yeah.
이장님이 입김이 세다니요.
소독동 내 토지 수용이 결정된 488가구 중 현재까지 343가구가
Oh, man. 343?
보름 만에 70%가 넘는 가구가 동의한 것입니다. 이게 주민들의 진정한 뜻이 아니면 뭐란 말입니까? 재판장님,
What are you cooking up back there, Woo?
증거를 제출합니다.
저 동의서들은 만약 경혜도가 보상금을 올려준다면 그 금액에 동의를 한다는 것일 뿐입니다.
Yeah, it's, if I say you might get $2 million for your house, of course you're going to sign.
현장 검증 기인이 증거는 따로 제출하시고요. 현장을 보는 것에 집중하겠습니다.
저쪽 변호사들이 어디까지 손을 써놨는지 알 수 없으니까 주민들 소개는 그만하는 게 좋겠습니다. 팽량마로 바로 가시죠.
Let's go right for the tree.
마을 전체를 점호할 수 있는 것으로 모시겠습니다. 이쪽으로 가시죠.
Yeah, you
Thing
want to
is,
be going to
wasn't it-
everybody's house.
Not
Yeah,
after
we
this.
consent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we consent.
Wasn't it hard to get to the tree though on a normal sunny day?
It was. Remember, Woo slipped and fell, and
지금 뭐가 잘 안 풀리고 있는 거 맞죠?
원래는 주민들끼리 다합도 잘 됐었고
태선 작전에 말린 거지 뭐. 주민들을 다 뿔뿔이 분열시켜놨네요.
Divide and conquer, ladies and gentlemen.
And who is he talking to about that?
언덕을 오를 겁니다.
yeah.
Oh,
조금만 더
boy.
가시면 됩니다.
See,
Of course, the frickin'
괜찮으십니까? 이런 상황에 대비하여 저는 오늘 운동화를 신고 왔습니다.
근데요, 자랑하는 겁니까 지금?
Are you bragging? Just stating a fact.
제 옷을 벗어드릴까요? 걸치듯 씹으면
보세요.
조심! 또 조심하셔야 합니다. 이 언덕을 오를 때는 각별한 주의가 필요합니다.
두 명이에요.
Shh. Okay, well, that at least only one person slipped a little.
Yeah, but it was the main judge. And what about on the way down?
Yeah.
재판장님, 시키 한잔 하시죠.
As it's getting rained
As it's
in.
fucking raining again.
비도 살 사람들 시키는 무슨?
It's tradition.
Everything's working against our team.
조금 이따 시작할게요.
여기서 우리가 봐야 하는 게 뭡니까? 빨리 진행하시죠. 네. 신목이나 소독동을 간통하는 것이 마을 주민들한테 얼마나 큰 부담이 되는지요.
It just all looks like
It's all just kind of industrial.
industrial and farm. Yeah.
Oh boy, what a mess.
솔직히 말씀드리면 소독동에 직접 방문해 보니
He's not going to be impressed.
원고들이 누군지 모르겠어요. 주민대책위원회는 소독동 주민들 전체 뜻을 제대로 반영하고 있는 게 맞습니까?
재판장님,
원고, 피고 양쪽 다 다음 변론 기일 전까지 주민들 동의서를 받아오세요.
Great.
동의하는 주민수가 많은지 제가 직접 봐야 되겠습니다. 행복로를 짓는 것에 반대한다는 주민수가 소독동 전체의 과반수가 되지 않으면 우리 재판부는 원고들의 청구를 기각할 수밖에 없습니다.
That's what it's all going to rest on.
And they're offering big money, so
일이 복잡해졌네요. 지금으로서 뭐 제가 쓸 수 있는 기사는 없을 것 같고 헛걸음하시겠어 죄송합니다. 아니에요. 먼저 가보겠습니다.
He wrote something down, so
It's okay. I drove myself. Don't worry about it.
smack him. Swing on him.
그러니까 이렇게 파랗게
just when it's just the two of them.
Swing on him.
Look at the road.
그렇죠. 이 빨갛게 칠한 집들은 전부터 뭐더라 그
Can we build bridges or something over the top of it?
아니 돈은 돈인데
Still have to put the pillars down.
보상금 그래 보상금 챙겨서 이자 가면 그만이다. 게다가 보상금을 올려줄 수도 있다니 더 솔깃하겠죠 뭐.
Might.
흥민 형님이나 장훈이는
동의서 출력해왔습니다.
아, 수고했어요. 저 근데 바깥에
Check out. Was it going to be lovely out now? Well,
난 위로 갈게.
자, 빨리 좀 얘기해 주세요.
Or those are
all the forms they're handing out, maybe?
빨리 사인 받아줄게요.
아니 태산에서 그새 알바를 푼 건가?
그래요. 일단 우리끼리라도 먼저 해봅시다.
Oh, they're plastering the neighborhood. Knocking on doors.
Did you say plastering the neighborhood?
Yep, plastering the neighborhood.
Canvassing? Canvassing is more looking.
Yeah, canvassing be handing stuff out.
Oh, look at
Oh.
You'll sign this. It'll go really well for you.
법무법인 한바다에서
Oh,
나왔습니다.
there you go. All right, give me that.
그럼 가보도록 하겠습니다.
Already
네.
walking out.
어머니.
No soliciting. I've had to pull that card before.
You actually say no soliciting, or you just say I'm not interested?
I said no soliciting, pal.
Oh, shit. It was a Girl Scout cookies.
Jesus Christ, guy's just looking to have his house egged and toilet papered.
It was like Spectrum cable.
A simple, hey, not interested. No, he goes, no soliciting, pal.
잘하고 있어. 다음 집 출발.
Oh, let's see this cell job.
자, 변호사 나왔습니다. 너나 가라.
안녕하십니까?
I get money from you, huh?
준다는데 어딥니까?
누가 한번 보셨어요?
Oh, does the old box out. Get in between them.
아, 그 준호 씨는 연락해봤어요?
분녀회라도 소집할게요.
어떻게 해서든이라기보다는요.
Whatever it takes. We gonna fight dirty?
감사합니다.
Okay, thought maybe.
자기 집 주소 쓰는 거예요.
아, 그러니까 그
아이리. 분일 시킬까?
Oh, this is not good.
아이고,
This is very unethical.
못 믿어?
저희를 믿어서 서명을 하신다기보다는요. 믿어주세요.
Oh boy.
Well, because I'm wondering if Wu is.
얼마나 노래 잘하는지.
노래를 못하면 번호를
What are we doing?
노래를 못하면 번호를 줘대요.
Hateful person.
여기 어디 가요?
가방을 찾으러 갑니다. 횡나무 아래 두고 온 것 같습니다.
Oh, yeah, she dropped it.
Look what they've got to resort to.
Wu has the right idea of getting out of there.
It's just spinning her way out of trouble here.
I'm wondering if she's gonna stumble upon something.
네, 빈틈없이 처리하고 있어요. 걱정하지 마시고요.
Oh, she's got two bags.
Yep. Believe this is yours.
우영우 변호사, 이거 우변 거였구나. 딱 봐도 변호사 가방이라 가지고 내려가서 주인 찾아주려던 참이었어요.
Is this gonna play into the case somehow?
김정구 회장님 사건 때 의견서 쓰지 않았어요? 그 대연 호텔에서 했던 결혼식
The wedding.
특별 손해배상을 주장한다는 거였죠? 아이디어가 신선해서 기억하고 있었어요. 우영우 변호사 이름. 우영우 변호사 한바다 다니는 거 재밌어요?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Poaching?
is she gonna? Yeah, poacher.
해산으로 올래요?
There's the offer.
현장 검증 신청한 이유 말이에요. 이럴 때 보면 한바다는 뭐랄까 참 순진해요. 사람의 마음처럼 나약한 게 없는데 특히 돈 앞에서는요.
Oh.
지금은 우리가 같은 사건을 하고 있으니까 더 얘기하긴 그렇죠? 이 사건 끝나고 나서
Just here's my card. Here's my card.
한바다도 좋은 물품이지만 우영우 변호사한텐 해산이 더 잘 맞을 것 같아. 우리 같이 이기는 재판 해봐요.
Don't take the car. Because someone's going to find it.
Oh, we're getting our rush of wind. Is she gonna have an
Is
idea?
this it? Is this it?
I think this
isn't-
might be natural.
That's
here.
not that kind of rush of wind.
이 팽나무 정말 멋있습니다.
정말 그러네요.
Yeah, and it'll be gone if the road goes in.
Having a bit of a moment.
Right through the tree. This fucking guy. Hope you don't fall in that grate there.
Oh, he's gonna see. Yep.
Oh, fucking.
Yep.
You want to stir up more trouble, pal?
Talking to the competition.
He's going to. Is he going to take a picture?
Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
아까 무슨 얘기한 거예요?
네?
아니 저기 팽나무 아래에서 둘이 뭐 한참 얘기하던데.
무슨 얘기 했는지 말해주면 게시판에 또 올릴 겁니까?
아니 내가 뭐 어쨌다고.
권민우 변호사의 뒤통수를 때릴 겁니다. 당하고만 살지 않습니다.
뭐가 그렇게 당당해요 우변은?
How can I be shameless?
대학 선후배 사이인 것도 맞고 부정 취업한 것도 맞잖아요. 근데 뭐가 그렇게 당당하냐고요?
Why do you like winning cases with her?
Time for a conversation here, maybe?
I can't believe the number one attorney in the graduating class got a job here.
이사할 집을 구할 때까지 그람이랑 함께 있을 거니까 걱정하지 않으셔도 됩니다.
야 여보야. 야야야 여보야. 랑 사이도 없이 막 쳐가면 어떡해?
회사 옮길 겁니다.
Oh.
어디로 갈 건데?
태산으로 갈 겁니다. 입사 제안을 받았습니다.
Yeah, let that sink in for a minute.
그 전 태수미가 엄마예요.
Oh!
I mean, we knew it, but
에?
태수미가
Check the tape. I did say it.
Well, we all knew it. but
No,
just-
no. Go back and check the tapes, dudes.
형 엄마라고.
And you're just telling me this
I
now?
specifically said she's the mom, and you guys were like, no, because she was like being like, oh, your name is this, right? Check the tapes.
I
Oh,
agreed with you.
Holy shit. Well, that's not so bad.
Could have been way worse.
Concrete steps.
I suppose you don't know what sort of injuries she sustained that you can't see. Side, back of the head.
온몸이 아픕니다.
That'll happen when you fall down. God, I don't think as an adult I've fallen down any stairs. Oh, I did one time. Never mind.
Oh, we'll change that.
아니요,
Hurt. I said I did.
괜찮습니다.
좀만 쉬면 금방 나을 거라더라.
Did you hear me when I laid that pretty big matzo ball on you?
아빠가 이제서야 말해서 미안해. 엄마가 영우 낳다가 돌아가셨다고 했던 거 그거 다 거짓말이었어.
Ooh.
That's even what it was. Too.
Yeah.
할머니가 말해주셨거든요. 할머니랑 저랑 둘이 있을 때였습니다. 술에 많이 취하셔서 소리치셨어요.
Oh man.
네 엄마 안 죽었다. 너 버리고 도망간 거야.
Oh.
내 아들 인생 망쳐놓고 도망간
Oh.
거야.
그랬구나.
Ruined? Oh, Jesus.
아빠랑 서로 다른 세상에 살던 사람들이었어. 아빠는 가난한 농부의 아들인데 태산 창립자의 딸이니까. 어쩌다가 서로 좋아하게 됐었어. 둘 다 연애에 서툴다 보니까 준비가 되지 않았을 때 영우가 생긴 거야. 근데 임신한 걸 알고 나니까 태수미 태도가 완전히 달라지더라. 아무것도 없는 나랑 결혼해서 일찍이 엄마가 되는 것보다는
Ouch. Think how that makes Woo feel.
돌아가고 싶었겠지.
생각 미쳤어? 선배랑 말 얘기 없어.
다 우리 잘못이잖아.
우리 벌써 몇 번이나 얘기했잖아.
내가 너 절대로 곤란하게 안 할게. 아이만 낳아주면은 내가 그 아이 데리고 사라질게. 공부도 그만두고 사법시험 이거 보고 내가 아무것도 안 할게.
Oh, wow.
Man.
So many things make sense now.
내가 절대로 네 눈앞에 튀게 안 할 테니까.
This is so brutal.
제발 수. 제발.
Literally on his hands and knees begging in the rain.
밖에다는 미국 유학 갔다고 소문 내놓고 임신 기간 동안 집에만 있었던 것 같아. 그래서 이 아빠는 대학을 졸업했고 영호를 낳은 직후에 약속대로 영호를 받은 거지.
Oh my god. That's the bad guy car in every 80s and 90s movies. The old S series Benz.
Yep.
예.
받으세요. 이것도.
It's just handing it over like it's a FedEx.
There's a baby and a bag. Good luck.
수미는 잘 있나요?
그런 건 묻지 마시고요.
Oh,
다시는
jeez.
서로 연락할 일 없을 겁니다.
Wow.
Wow, I just wanted to see if she was doing okay, like healthy after the birth. No, nothing.
그 후로 아빠는 약속을 충실히 지켰어. 태수미랑 마주칠 일 만들지 않으려고 사법시험도 포기했고
That's quite a sacrifice.
영호를 키웠으니까. 그래서 아빠는 지금 많이 후회해. 한때 사랑했던 여자와 약속을 끝까지 지키는 내가 아무것도 아닌데.
아버지는 의리 있고 멋있습니다.
Loyal and cool.
You are.
변호사가 됐어야 했어. 그래서 아무도 영호를 받아주지 않을 때 아빠가 영호를 직접 고용해 가르쳤어야 했어. 딸한테 변호사 사무실 하나쯤은 물려줄 수 있는 그런 능력 있는 아빠가 됐어야 했어.
A lot of regrets.
Yeah, but he was still a competent father. Look at young Woo.
이 세상 모든 것은 다 정치적이야. 영호를 취직시켜준 데에도 정치적인 이유가 있고
Everything's political.
태수미가 영호를 버린 것에도 영호란 사람이 미워서가 아니야. 그렇게 살아가는 줄도 모르고 지 혼자 약속과 의리 타령하는 못난 남자는
Feels like he was the only one holding himself to a high standard.
결국 그 성공하지 못한 대가를 자기 딸한테 치르게 해.
Wow.
It ain't like that guy. It's not like that at all.
Hey, you showed her that hard work pays off. I mean, you have your own restaurant and everything. Oh, she.
What? Oh,
There it is.
What hit her?
There we go.
소독동의 팽나무도 그랬을까요?
어?
Yeah, it's like, okay.
도로 낼 거란 얘기를 내가 처음 들은 게 2016년이 아이고 벌써 6년 전이네요.
아 그때가 언제였지?
2016.
우리도 혹시나 싶어서 도청에 문의한 적이 있어요.
What is it about?
그런데 전문가들이 나와서
Well,
보더니
because remember they had to get it redone. The
Yeah.
time frame was off because of what all happened.
제 핸드폰 어디 있습니까? 정면섭 변호사님에게 전화해야겠습니다. 아버지는 좀 나가주시겠습니까? 변호사의 비밀 유지 의무 때문에 통화 내용을 들으시면 안 될 것 같습니다.
Attorney-client privilege.
영호 핸드폰 여기 있어.
얼른 나가주십시오, 아버지.
Please, for that whole story he just
After
told
he
her.
just had an emotional breakthrough with you.
She's like, yeah, that's great, but right back to being mission focused.
It's your favorite. It's right back to being mission.
정면섭 변호사님, 저희 아버지 생각에는 이 세상 모든 것이 다 정치적입니다. 모든 결정 뒤에는 정치적인 이유가
왜 그랬어요?
이상하지 않습니까? 소독동 팽나무 말입니다. 그렇게 멋있는 나무가 왜 천연기념물은커녕 보수조차 되지 못한 걸까요? 탄 것이 만약 정치적인 이유 때문이라면 관련이 있습니다. 동에 도로가 생길지도 모른다는 것이 암암리에 알려져 있었습니다. 토목과 교수님도 알고 있었으니까요.
Right, now it all makes sense.
Is he snoring?
Yeah, he fell asleep on the phone.
주무십니까?
Oh, jeez. So many of us have been there before,
Oh my
right?
god.
오영호 변호사, 지금 몇 시인 줄 알아요?
오전 3시 10분입니다.
오전 3시 10분에는 다들 자는 시간 아닌가? 새들도 아가양도
The Brazilians.
정치적인 이유가 있든지 없든지 사실관계를 확인하려고 해도 낮에 해야지 않겠어요? 지금 뭐 어떡하려고? 내일 얘기합시다. 안녕.
Oh, not tomorrow. Later this morning.
In a couple hours, I'll talk to you.
3 o'clock, 6, 7. What time do attorneys get rolling off stuff?
11?
Depends.
Okay, now that I poured my heart out to you, can I come back in? Man, what a spot for Dad. I mean, I know he's suspected, but...
소독동 팽나무가 천연기념물로 지정되려면 경애도에 문의를 해야
Okay,
하죠.
let's see here.
유진이가 그때도 경희도청에 다녔으니까.
유진이라면 그 바이올린 켜시는 분이요?
Oh.
유진박이랑 이름이 같아서.
박유진 씨 지금도 경희도청에서 일하시죠?
이 시간이면 출근했겠네.
Let's go.
보고서를 쓰지 않기로 결정했던 건가요?
그게 워낙 오래전 일이라.
Oh, come on.
전문가들이 현장에 나와서 뭐 회의록이나 보고서 같은 자료가 있을 것 같아요. 그걸 좀 볼 수 있을까요?
Seem to have misplaced it.
그럼 두 분 여기서 잠깐만 기다려 주실래요? 제가 자료 금방 찾아가지고 올게요.
He ain't coming back. He's gonna run over to his massaging chair over there. Oh, hey, we gotta stay focused here. We gotta get this hackberry tree designated.
그날이요?
네.
That day.
정명석 변호사님 사무실에서.
Okay.
Gosh. Listen to the heartbeat. Just slap him in the back of the head and punch him in the stomach.
50 minutes in, we finally got the answer.
갑자기 뛰쳐나가셨잖아요.
제 분당 심박수가 엄청났습니다.
It's good.
이준호 씨를 전혀 만지지 않았는데도 그렇다면 좋아하는 게 맞는 것 같습니다.
Oh, we got the triumphant music.
변호사님.
We work together. This can't happen.
We
Right,
should go.
Nathan Quinn?
Well, they have to check with HR and let them know what they're doing. That's typically how that works.
박유진 씨가 도망칩니다.
박유진 씨, 박유진 씨.
I'll just pretend I don't hear you.
Look at there he goes.
Doing that power
He's
walk.
literally running away.
박유진 씨, 박유진 씨 어디 가세요? 아니 어디 가세요?
Have we ever seen Wu run before? Darn it.
You got to do the old hop over the railing thing.
Yeah. Oh. She brings it back for him. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
He's got the umbrella. So who paid off Mr. Park, or how was he related?
아니 좀 그만 멈추세요. 뭐야? 뭐예요, 뭐요?
Is he a criminal?
씨라고 아저씨.
Oh!
Got him.
Like a slow motion fall.
아, 아저씨 왜 그러신 거예요? 나좀 가요. 네?
네?
Of what?
친구놈이 날 말리더라고요.
그래서 어떻게 하셨습니까?
도청 같이 근무하는 친구들한테 부탁 좀 했습니다. 문화재위원회 전문가인 척도 좀 해달라고.
Oh.
팽나무 살펴보는 연기도 좀 하고.
Oh, that's way dirtier than I thought.
Oh.
그럼 실제로는 문화재위원회에 문의하지도 않으셨던 거예요?
네.
Oh, that's huge.
우리 마을에 좋지 않은 일인 걸 아는데 그때는
Oh, same umbrella.
Why does he have the same umbrella as the judge?
그런데 그 우산은 어디서 사셨습니까?
이거요?
남방 큰 돌고래 모양이 새겨져 있는 그 우산이요.
Knows exactly.
경포건설 로고잖아요.
The
Construction logo, and the judge had it too.
구경 갔다가 받은 거예요.
Ooh.
Wow.
Corruption.
They're all
주민들 동의서는 다
connected.
받았습니까? 결과가 어떻게 되죠?
By the way, do you recognize this umbrella?
동의서는 가구 기준으로 받았는데
현장 검증 때 말했던 대로 원고의 청구를 기각할 수밖에 없겠습니다.
Until come bursting through the doors.
기피 신청에 대한 인용 여부가 결정될 때까지 소송 진행을 정지해 주십시오.
청구 기각될 것 같으니까 지금 시간 끌게 하는 겁니까?
지난번 현장 검증 때 재판장님
There we go.
우산?
재판장님이 들고 있는 우산에는 돌고래 모양이 새겨져 있습니다. 얼핏 큰 돌고래 같다고 생각하실 수도 있겠지만 큰 돌고래보다는 몸통이 날씬하고
예, 재판장님. 그 돌고래는
남방 큰.
그 남방 큰 돌고래는
Here we go. The logo.
경포건설이 하문 신도시에 건설 예정인 경포 오션파크 아파트의 모델하우스에서 방문객들에게 나눠준 우산이고요.
Oh.
지금 원고 대리인은 내가 하문 신도시에 아파트를 사려고 그 모델 하우스에 갔다
Well,
왔단
we're not
말입니까?
saying, but you might been.
아파트 구매에 관심이 있으신 거라면
돈 앞에서 사람의 마음처럼 나약한 건 없으니까요.
Oh, where do we hear that before? Where do we hear that?
Quite rare you're winning.
That was an interesting look back and forth, huh?
팀장님도 만나보면 재밌어 할 거예요. 어리숙하거든? 근데 약간 천재과인 거지. 그 친구 때문에 내가 한 방 맞은 게
She is.
기한 씨네 분 네가 처음이야. 뭐 이런 느낌? 우리 회사에서 보니까 더 반갑네? 여기는 인사팀장님.
What's your policy on inter-office relationships?
둘이서 이야기해야 할 것 같습니다. 지금부터 제가 하려는 이야기는 태수미 변호사님만 들으시는 게 좋을 것 같습니다.
Oh boy, it's gonna be heavy duty.
Because if she throws out the mom thing, I don't think you want anybody else hearing that because then it could get out when
she
you're
went
trying
through
to.
a lot of effort to hide that.
무슨 할 말 있는 거예요?
저를 알아보지 못하시겠습니까?
Oh, here we go.
네?
Wait.
Come on,
저는
don't play it off.
우광호 씨의 딸입니다.
She hasn't been checking up on her at all.
저를 알아보지 못하시겠습니까?
She didn't know. She didn't.
I would have bet everything that she knew.
Yeah.
Given the previous episodes.
Okay. Yep.
태수미 변호사님이 누구인지 알게 되었고 태산으로 갈 수는 없을 것 같습니다. 아버지한테서 독립해 진짜 어른이 되고 싶어서 한바다를 떠나려고 했던 건데 기껏 아버지를 떠나 어머니의 회사로 갈 수는 없으니까요.
Oh, is she gonna say it?
나를
No?
낳았지만
Yeah, she did.
지금도 날 전혀 알아보지 못하는
Oh, man.
태산으로 오라는 제안을 해주셔서 감사하지만 저는 한바다에서 계속 일할 거고 아버지의 곁에 남을 겁니다.
All right, I guess I retract my earlier statement. I did not see this coming. Wow.
I was leaning. Well, we'll have to check the tape. I'm pretty sure, like.
소독동 팽나무가 천연기념물로 지정될 것
there's
같다고
that.
합니다. 재판부가 바뀌든 안 바뀌든 행복로의 계획 노선을 반드시 변경해야 하겠네요. 소독동 주민들에게는
Well, for me,
저기 나를 원망했니?
they're gonna fade to black, aren't they?
The silence is.
소독동 언덕 위에서 함께 나무를 바라봤을 때
Oh, man.
한 번은 만나보고 싶었어요. 만나서 반가웠습니다.
And that's it.
Oh. I mean,
Man,
I don't
what
know
a-
how long that was. That was a minute, but it felt like a lifetime.
Yeah, waiting for the answer. What a bombshell. Like I said, I would have bet everything that she knew. It just seemed like there was so many little moments leading up to it, but guess not.
And just the reason why she was like, checking in on her. And
Yeah.
it's like they planted seeds thinking you knew she knew.
The moment underneath the tree was nice.
Oh, are all the citizens now going to be there that were compensated?
No, it's I gotta take back this car.
경관성, 신비성이 뛰어날 뿐 아니라 자연유산으로서의 가치가 한편 소덕동 주민들은 행복로의 계획
Oh,
노선을
look, the soccer player's back. Oh.
이번 천연기념물 지정 예고를 계기로 재판부와 경애도가 소덕동 주민들의 목소리에 귀추가 주목됩니다.
Oh, there we go.
And obviously, we will not
And-
continue watching that because it goes to the next episode because this one.
And scene.
Wow. was an amazing.
Man, this was something else. I mean, the litigation and everything, that was kind
you
of
really even
well,
wanted to-
I'm starting with that because I'm going back through the episode. I know. I figure we'll start there and we'll work our way to the front because so much did happen. Like, look, the spring sunshine, as you like to refer to her as, Answer, she came out and made sure everybody in that office heard what Wu went through, and the fact that she was top of her class, couldn't even get looked at for even consideration for a job, and pointed out that it's not right to discriminate against people just because of disabilities, like she was saying. So I thought that was a really powerful scene, and once again, she has her back like she has her whole life, going all the way back to college. So I mean, I know it's easy in this episode in particular to really focus on the nuclear bombshell that was dropped at the end, but I think it's important for us to go back and see, how the support was different for Wu throughout this episode. And now that I'm kind of playing it back in my head here, the different interactions that Wu had with all the characters, with her good friend from college, it was a very supportive thing. Like, hey, people shouldn't treat you like this. Stand up to that idiot, smack him if you have to, and then Wu's interaction with her dad, where, after she's in the hospital and kind of takes the tumble, he drops this huge bombshell on her, which for him, I mean, I can't imagine anything being more difficult than, you pardon the expression, but you know what I'm getting at, where her father's in that position where he's like, look, I'll do anything. He's on his hands and knees begging in the rain to her to like, look, I'll take care of her just after she's born. I'll take her. I'll go away. You'll never see us again. And, that again kind of plays into the kind of classism that we've seen in a number of, movies and shows, not only from this genre, but from others, where, the high class person couldn't possibly be seen with somebody of lower class. And, they were both at university. So you kind of maybe think you're on even footing there, but to see how all that played out. I mean, what a powerful scene. And then unfortunately for Dad, Wu has a breakthrough on the case. And, that scene was just so powerful to me. He's pouring his heart out and, she was taking it in, but the way that she works, is very mission focused. I always have a fun time with that, but it's like anytime that she hears something related to a case, boom, she snaps back into that because her mind is just always working and always thinking despite what moment she might be in. So I mean those two scenes, and again obviously the one at the end, which we'll get to, but the interactions, I don't know why it was, but for whatever reason this episode, the interactions that everybody had with Wu and how they were so different, I just really caught onto it this episode. I don't know why, but it hit me a little bit different this time.
It was just a great overall episode. Gave us a lot of information that we speculated on. Like we said, go back, check the tape. We had our theories and what was happening, whether with Mom and with Dad, whatever. But we finally got the whole full backstory. We even got what I thought was interesting is that Wu actually already knew that the mom just abandoned and didn't
from grandma
didn't die during birth, and because grandma got drunk and yelled at one night. So like even her keeping that close to her chest that whole time, while Dad's still playing up the whole that aspect of it, and just having this big breakthrough to see what he went through. And we've seen that many a times with the classes where poor farmer, and then she came from her father, as we found out, is the founder of the what is it called, the Tazen law firm. Tazen law firm, and like she just wanted to go back to that lifestyle. And we go back a few episodes ago when they're like, did you have an illegitimate child or a wedlock child? No, I did not. Well, we found out that she studied abroad, studied
Allegedly,
abroad in the U.S. and was just at home the whole time. And then I equated it to basically getting a FedEx package. She gets handed a baby, a bag, and
see you later.
And just being the guy that Dad is, the nice guy that he is, it just asks, is she okay? He doesn't want a full rundown about about her at all. He just wants to know if she's okay. And they're like, you will not ask about her ever again. That's the last thing you'll ever do.
And
so
that's
then-
just normally like the top 1 or 2 or 3 questions you ask somebody after they have a baby, right? I mean, hey, how's the baby? How are you?
Well, the baby, all legs, hands, toes, everything. And then how's the mother doing? That's 1, 2. That's what it always has been. And so it's only fair to, and like, they're like, you'll never ask for her again. So then he forced himself to stay out of law. He still got a degree, just never took the bar.
Yeah.
And he talked about how he regrets that, not giving her that life. But to me, it's like, you still were a father that was there. You still provided, and you showed her hard work will pay off in the end. And he still has, I mean, he jokes about how he had to buy the cheaper ham and this and that, but he has a successful restaurant.
Yeah. Which, I guess makes sense because, thinking back on it, how would Wu get her hands on all these law books to be, as brilliant as she was at a young age?
And
It's
how-
like it didn't even
And how that
consider
was
it.
the only thing that would ever calm her down.
Where did all these law books come from? Hey, Dad, I thought you just had a restaurant.
And it turns out he was studying law this whole time too.
Yeah.
He just didn't take the bar. I'm wondering if maybe it would be kind of fun if he also then decides to take the bar, see if he passes.
Well,
See if-
in some
see-
states in the U.S., you don't even have to pass the bar to become a lawyer.
Maybe, then he can get.
Better call Saul.
And that's what he's referring to. Not real lawyers. All right, he's talking about Saul. So then maybe he can get in handband, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Abada. And he can maybe become a lawyer, and then he can have that joy of being a father, working with his daughter in a law firm. I don't know, but or is he's fine with where his life is at, and will always be there for Wu as well. But I that whole story and telling us what all happened in the past was
And then
amazing.
we got that big cliffhanger with Wu in the office, and we're like, oh, did she stay? Did she get kissed? What happened?
Yeah,
her,
and we got
her
that
heart just
answered
went
as
a
well.
flutter, and she was out there because she got her answer, which is right on. That's right on brand for Wu.
And then-
I got my answer. I'm out of here.
Yeah, but then the guy had to run away, and he was like, "I was running away." No, he's running away.
Oh no! I mean when beforehand
The
when they
intimate
were
scene.
the
that's-
intimate scene.
She ran away
we
when they were
wondered
about
if
to
they
kiss.
kissed in the previous
Yes, I
episode.
know. And then it
Well,
went-
because you jumped right to this, I wasn't sure if we were on the same
yes,
page.
we were on the same page because
A
then
lot of running going on in this episode, folks.
because then he goes, "Oh, am I running away now?" Is what he was asking.
Yeah. Then he's-
Because she
No.
was like, "You don't like me," and then no, they
Yeah,
saw the
Park's
guy they're
running
talking-
away.
Park was running.
Yeah, look,
This is a lot.
I would have put all my money, or a significantly large portion of it, that mom knew who was. I mean, and the biggest thing is that, for me, is that, the mom was, this big lawyer. The dad knew who she was. So, and I guess I don't have an idea of how large the city was, what social circles they still run in. Obviously, mom runs in a different social circles than dad. But I mean, if you think about if two people are in even moderately close proximity to each other, and their names, right? Like over the course of 25 years, you would have maybe heard some update on them through some sort of mutual friends or colleagues or nothing. I mean, think about exes that you have from 20 years ago. It's like, I suppose now we have social media, and if somebody moves very far, look, there's people I dated in college that I have no clue where they are now and haven't talked to them in 25 years. And there's other people that, live closer where you see them once in a while, say hi or whatever. But I guess, my take on everything was that the fact that dad knew who mom was, mom probably knew who dad was and knew that was the daughter, but they had some sort of arrangement like, you don't, like, for as much as she was like, the arrangement was dad doesn't get to reach out to mom, he could have been like, hey, look, you gave the child up, so you're out of the picture. And my take on it was that she was respecting that.
Mhm.
And when they were in the bathroom, like, oh, your name is Woo Young Woo, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, mom, like we know you didn't want to come right out and be like, oh, I know you, I'm
That's
your mom.
really threw me off.
But the fact, when she started doing the introduction and she started crying, it was like, oh my God, like, wow, she really, really didn't know. But I guess,
and that actress really sold it with her face too.
Yeah.
Like, because you could just watch it go from one expression to the next, and she just kind of started to crumble a little bit. It was so
I was
brilliantly
gonna say
done.
too how they did the zooming, how
tightened
they
up.
the way they tighten up doing an
But
angle because that conveys more emotion.
I suppose looking at it now, Dad lived a very modest life. He was a small restaurant owner. Mom was the head of this big law firm, so she may be in local or state or national news. Even obviously, she's running for a big position. So it was somewhere where Dad would have seen her on TV, but maybe she didn't ever see Dad just because of the social circles they run in and him staying.
And that's where I like they made the point where he said, "I made sure I stayed out at anything law."
Yeah,
I mean, answer as far as your kind of take on it. I guess I never thought like, well, now Dad's, I'm free to go chase it now. Granted,
Well, it'd be kind of fun, but that might be too
guessing.
cliche.
I'm guessing from the looking at the actors, I'm guessing they're early 50s, maybe late 40s, early 50s. It can be hard to tell in today's day and age, so certainly not too late to start a new career. But after being a restaurant owner, he seems like he's, relatively happy enough. And now he's got a daughter who's doing well as a lawyer. Who knows what's going to happen there? But I mean, the show definitely took a huge twist. And I would imagine for, any child who, lived their life wondering who their parents were, to meet them must be a huge shock and a complete mixed bag of emotions. But same for parents. I wonder when parents give children up for adoption, you'd like to think that, that most of them do it because they're thinking of the child and want
for all the right reasons
for the child. And, and some people just aren't in a position to be raising children, and so they give them up for adoption. I would imagine it would be hard as somebody who gave a child up for adoption, even if there's no regret. I'm not saying that people regret that, but to not, wonder where they are or want to know. And the fact that mom, really, I mean, we're learning now, this pretty much confirmed it, or at least from what we can see superficially here, mom didn't make much of an effort. Look, she is a woman clearly with lots of resources, okay? And if you have the resources that she does, you'd think she'd be able to find out, what was going on, but she didn't. So a very interesting episode. Look,
was that the most emotion we've seen out of Wu this season?
Oh, absolutely.
When she was talking to mom, because she was almost starting to cry there a little bit. Like you could see her eyes started to get a little bit redder and everything, because of course they had the tight shots on these two actors.
Yeah, and when she said, I just wanted to meet you once, and the conversation under the tree was nice. Clearly some redness in her eyes. Obviously we know that the normal emotions that people feel as far as laughing and crying and some of the smiles and stuff like that. People who have Asperger's or on an autism spectrum may not display those emotions the same way. So it's not quite as easy to tell, but I think they made it very clear.
Yeah, because it was like a slow build with Wu's emotions.
And I also think that the actress, the way that she's playing this, it's like, how can you almost not get emotional too? So she had the actress herself had to, try and keep that in check too, because it could have been a very emotional scene to film.
Yeah. I loved, just going back to the beginning for a second, I loved how Spring Sunshine just called dude out.
Oh, right away.
Right in the office.
Because they showed him in the last episode, ooh, he's got the hat on, he's got the hoodie. I'm going to be inconspicuous. I'm going to write it anonymously. Yeah. The next day, dude, we all know it was you. Everybody knows it was you. And I mean, so I'm so glad she called him out on it, though, because look, other people that may not be around this group or might not, know what's going on with the cases and stuff like that, may not have caught on to it. So I love that she called it out. And then I really did love the point too, where she gave that overly loud speech so everybody could hear about why Young-woo deserves to be there and has every right to be there. And it's not about, nepotism or anything like that. Look, I don't care what field you're in, having hookups and connections is always going to help. That's life. And are there circumstances where somebody who may be less qualified gets a job because of the people that they know? Absolutely. Are there circumstances where somebody happens to know somebody, but they're also incredibly qualified and very high skilled? Of course, we see, you see it all the time. So it can definitely go both ways. But I think at the end of the day, I can understand where somebody may be upset, but it's like, dude, you have the job already. Like, why are you? I feel robbed. Why do you feel robbed? Well, I worked my whole life for this.
It's like,
And
well, you would have had to do
she
that
did?
anyway.
She didn't go to school.
Yeah.
She didn't take the bar. What things has he done?
She had like a 98% on the bar.
Yeah,
like,
dude, like I get what you're saying. It's not just like they handed her the fucking job and she didn't do anything. What things have you done that she hasn't? What have you accomplished? What work have you put in that she hasn't?
Well, and especially how
Lost on that one.
and especially how clutch, she's come in the last, couple of cases.
That's
that
why
we've done as well,
That's why I said that. I was like, how many cases do you like winning, pal? Because she's been winning them with you.
Well, and the other thing that I really like the writing of so many of these shows because, again, I don't know if it's just conditioning to, more of like a Western style of TV shows and movies, but I was expecting this part of the story with, Wu getting hired, whether it's because of nepotism or not. And did he do it or didn't he, or was it, somebody else? I was expecting maybe that to get drawn out, maybe like 2 episodes, but nope, they squashed that in the opening couple of minutes and they called him out on it right away.
And they made sure they showed all the people giving her looks, but then obviously, Spring Sunshine, Soo Young just came in hot, like, hey, just. Like, and you made a joke of it during the review, going like this, like basically, yes, like she might as well have had a megaphone to let everyone in the office know. It's just such a treat with so much of the writing and the way that it's done here, because sometimes you think it's going to go one way and it goes another, and like, oh, I'm so glad they did it that way. And I think that's kind of the response I have to so much of the writing from, shows, whether it's in this genre or some others, where it's like, oh, thank goodness they didn't do the standard paint by numbers thing. They actually decided to take a chance and go a different direction. I really appreciate it. There you go. And you said you kind of wanted some chaos in this episode. We got some.
I said it might be.
It was emotional.
Yes,
and
it was.
That was very welcome to what we've seen with, the other way that we see it. So for Appleton Oak, Mason Quinn, I'm of course the answer. Catch you on the next one, pals.